Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 everyone. All right, let me go here. I'm gonna set up here a few things before we start, boys. Settling in for another great stream. Right, got the yo Skoma, what's up, man? Okay, here. All right, gonna pin these on the top. Good stuff, good stuff. Yo, Laurenti, welcome, welcome, and also Mr. Paolo Box, Blood Knight Gang. I mean, like, listen. Box, you're saying now Blood Knight Gang, but what are you guys? What are you guys on Monday? Whenever we were having a fight between Barb and Blood Knight. They were going head to head, but after the while, you know, you guys got like this head start, which was like pretty crazy, by the way. Blood Knight at some point almost had like 40 points ahead. But then, like, you guys, you know, you got tired. You threw the towel. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's how it is. Yo, what's up, Robin? So, guys, today we have a lot to do. Today we have we're gonna watch we're gonna check Reddit in a fair bit. We're gonna probably do like 1 or 2 reactions. Then we gotta do the tier list for PvE and PvP, and on that I will need also your help. And then I also want to try the demo bots, like the new Barbarian, the auto, you know, brain dead kind of build that you have to play in PvP. So I kind of want to play with that. Yo, Vulcan, what's up, man? Pretty new to the game. I have 3.2 resonance after 2 months. Is that good? I mean, it's pretty good. It just means like you have a lot of money, right? But I'm happy for you as long as you're enjoying the game, and go for it, man. For me, I've been playing this game for 1 year. I have like 1.8 thousand resonance. What I can tell you, Vulcan, is that there's a lot more that goes into the game than just like, you know, swiping and putting up like a resonance to the top. So there's a lot more that goes in. And for example, before coming here on the stream, I was giving like a one-on-one coaching to Rex, and I was like explaining a few basic things about the game, because he's also like brand new to the game, but he's a massive whale at the same time. So certain things will actually bump your account by a fair bit. So with this said, what are we gonna watch today? So I kind of wanted to watch this because there is a chance that probably like World of Warcraft mobile may be coming. Okay, maybe World of Warcraft will be coming to the mobile, and it's due to like these like, I think it's a law that they changed. So I still didn't check this, so probably we gonna probably check this out. Maybe this one, the Steam OS, we might leave for another one. By the way, if you guys have any news or videos that you guys want me to react on the stream, feel free to just go and put it here on these daily news and reacts. We can watch this one as well.
To prove 1 minute.
No, we're not gonna watch. I'm just opening. So Chrono Odyssey. It is like a new game that it is popping off. Maybe I should just put these in the gallery. Yeah, like this is actually easier to check things. So Chrono Odyssey, I kind of wanted to see, because I'm thinking that maybe we kind of will try to play this game.
Since my last Chrono Odyssey video.
But is this like beta, or there's actually gameplay? Oh, okay, there's actually gameplay. This one is from Lazy Peon, a true OG World of Warcraft guy. This one, the 2 stars comparison. I don't know if we're gonna watch this one today. New FIFA World Cup trophy got revealed on the stream. What? All right. We may like just 1 minute, right? So, yeah, I kind of wanted to watch also this one as well. So, oh my god, this is 20 minutes. Jesus, Sid. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna watch a 20 minutes video, guys. Yeah, I don't think so. This is it's just a lot. It's just a lot, man. You know, yeah. I don't think we're gonna watch this one. So how you doing, guys? So this is open. Let me go also check here. Let's check here like the Reddit if there is something new. I don't think there is a lot that is new here on the Reddit itself. Anyone know if the drone is coming in June? Probably will not come in June. I do not have any information, like you know, even if I had, I could not say, but I'm telling you that I don't know. So I will say that it's probably in July. That's what we're gonna do. Yo, what's up, David? How can I donate money to you? I can't find the Twitch link anymore. Yeah, don't worry, man. Anytime that is to do something like that, I will help you. So the link, you can go here. There is here an option on the chat, right? Like if you go here, there is you have the chat, and there is like this bill, and it shows support for Indez. You can click here on the super chat. I mean, like you know, red is usually my favorite color. So but you know, anything is good. So yeah, you go here, or there is also, I actually should put my link, right? Wait a minute. Is there the link? I'm pretty sure there the link. Shoot. Oh yeah, it's here. Yeah, it's here. So I got you. There it is. Can be from there or can be super chat. Either way, it works. And by the way, Vulcan, really appreciate the support if you're gonna do it. If not, it is completely fine. Just you being here, it is really nice of you. So, Barb. Oh, I thought it said Barb is back, bro. Barb is back. No. I actually got debated, man. You now gotta donate at least $20 to see how it works. Yeah, they. Suggestion: make the Conjuration of Light should give a debuff that don't know another one called now. So basically saying that, you know, Crusaders should not have multiple bubbles at the same time proccing one after the other. I don't think so. I don't think that's like the problem when it comes to Crusaders. I feel like the major problem is Crusaders is like the AoE stun together like with a one-shot capability. It is really strong. Anything else, it doesn't feel like there's nothing interesting here on the Reddit, so probably gonna move on from this. Man, you know what, guys? I think like maybe we should do a subreddit, man. Not gonna lie, I think maybe in the future if we do a subreddit, I feel like it could be. We need memes, man. We need memes. We need like things maybe for you guys to put for us to react on, or something like that. Something that like this here, most of these things are very boring, and I don't know about this one. I don't know about this, but yeah, see if the druid is coming in June. No, probably not. Yo, James, welcome to the stream, man. How you doing today, brother? Glad you joined. Yesterday we had a banger of a stream, so today I was like, man, what am I gonna actually do to outperform yesterday's stream? It was such a banger. So before we go and then you get into the gameplay, guys, we're just gonna go and check here a few things. We're gonna start here with the short content, and then we're gonna go into the gameplay. Give us some more tier list drama. No, listen, if there is any drama, it's gonna be just because you guys not gonna agree with the classes that I'm gonna put at S tier. But for a while, let's leave the created drama out of the window. No, you know, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do.
Volcanosman super chatted €11.99. Have fun, brother. Smiley face emoji. You deserve it for your passion. Keep it up.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, Vulcan. Vulcan becoming a true legend, coming up with a 12 and joining the Wall of Legends. Thank you so much, Vulcan. Thank you for the support as always. Let's watch this. I didn't see. I guess like this is gonna be the trophy for the new FIFA World Cup that is gonna be in the United States. Iconic, I'm gonna say. So if you've never seen the World Cup trophy, I feel like the old one, the classic one, it was pretty iconic. So maybe like this is a boomer take. You know, maybe it's like nostalgia talking, but I feel like this trophy was so beautiful, man. I don't know. It's just like, it feels like way easier, first of all, to hold it than like that big stuff, right? But either way, I feel like modern days will have modern solutions. And let me see here if there's, I kind of wanted to see like a more like a detailed kind of thing. Oh, this is the one. Okay, so here we can actually see like the trophy slightly better, right? What do you think? Club World Cup, Cup of the Moon, the clubs. Okay, so this is not the World Cup. This is like the Club World Cup. So it's not for national teams. It is actually, it is like oh my god, I don't have Facebook, guys. Maybe it's like a different thing, right? Like this, I thought it was for the World Cup, but I don't think it is. So FIFA Club World Cup 2025. All right, maybe this is gonna be a new competition or something. They got the FIFA present on Speed stream. I mean, let's be honest, man. Speed has like 40 million fans, and he always pulls up like probably like between 100 and sometimes like 200,000 viewers at the same time. He is insanely popular. He's probably like, I would say like he's the biggest streamer in the world. Absolutely, I think he's the biggest streamer in the world. You may not like his content, it's fine, but it's undeniable. Like the guy really pulls the strings, right? So, guys, let's see what is this about. We have it here. The judgment was ruthless, and now gaming will change. I really want to see these because I like to just stay in touch of like what's going on the gaming sphere. Also, I love Battle. I've been watching Battle content for many years. And Vladen coming up with a battle pass. Yo, thank you so much, Legend. Coming up with a battle pass and joining here. The Wall of Legends, boys. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. Well, how kind of you. Don't ask me. I don't like football and soccer. I mean, like, it's fine, you know. It's just like the most popular sports in the world, you know. But I mean, everyone has their own taste. Like even here in Portugal, like some people don't like football, you know. But in general, like people don't like, they don't tend to like a lot of sports, even including me. I'm not like the hugest like football or soccer fan, but I enjoy to watch as a family. So, for example, today there is gonna be Portugal versus Germany, and it's gonna be at 8 p.m. So it's gonna be like in a few hours, and I'm gonna gather all my family, me, my wife, my mom, my uncle, and also my grandpa and his my uncle's fiance, and we're gonna watch it together. I mean, it's nice. It's nice when you watch it as a family. I don't stop to watch alone a football match, even if it's my club. But I like it as like a social gathering. I think like it's the same as, for example, imagine like the Super Bowl, like in the States, right? The Super Bowl, more than a game, is just like it's that day that you come up like with your friends and you watch it all together or with a family. I feel like it's nice. It's nice. I feel like that's the good thing about like gatherings and sports, because like people are passionate about it, and it's way more than just a match, right? These years, Super Bowl was spicy, man. There was like the Kendrick Lamar thing. I watched the Kendrick Lamar show. together. Like there was like the beef with the Drake. Yeah, I was invested for a while though. Thank you for all the Diablo videos and help. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the support, man. So we have here a Bellular video that it says the judge was ruthless. Now gaming will change. Let's see what it's about, because some people have told me that this will enable World of Warcraft to come into the mobile space. And we play Diablo Immortal, so imagine if we could have World of Warcraft. I'm gonna be honest, man. I love Diablo, but probably if World of Warcraft was out on a mobile, I will play that because I love WoW. I've been a WoW Andy for many years, and I'll just love to see it.
Anything we talk about on the channel, today's story is actually going to tangibly impact you. So, for 5 years, there's been a battle waging at the highest levels of the games industry. It's massive, it's between Apple, it's between Epic, and it's around the...
Why is like so low? Isn't like his volume like extremely low? Holy shit, guys! How? What the hell? I think why is so low? Search extension volume booster or something like that. Let me go here. Volume booster. Like I cannot hear anything. I mean, I want to go like with one that has like decent ratings, right? Like 4+. This one, the ultimate one. Okay, let's see if this is gonna work. Let me add here the extension. Cause I absolutely we cannot do anything here. I don't know like if it is his thing or not. Okay, let's see. We're gonna go here, eliminate these. I'm gonna go here. All right, volume booster. Where are you? All right, gonna pump a bit. Let me see now.
Principle of fairness. And the big news today is that Apple just...
Wait, is this changing anything, guys, for you?
Lost, but they didn't lose because Epic Games out...
What? Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to do it on the here on the PC though. Browser, and I'm just gonna put like 5 + 5. Let's check now.
More than almost anything we talk about on the channel today.
Is it better now? Is it better? If WoW comes to mobile, it will be amazing. And maybe time to I'm back on WoW. Like I'll be awesome. I feel like they are two different worlds, but I feel like the world building, in my opinion, of World of Warcraft, it was better designed. Both are two epic, really nice stories. Both like, I know, like Diablo Immortal is like more demons versus angels, like dark fantasy. World of Warcraft also has a bit of that, but I think it has like a better, like it was just like more like the world, you know. And one of the things that I also enjoy, like Diablo Immortal, it is way more like a MMO than a ARPG, in my opinion, right? It's a MMO ARPG, but it looks way more like a MMO than actually a RPG, because like even if they try to replicate this experience in Diablo 4, and they try to almost like force people to play with each other in Diablo 4, it is very awkward and it's very cringe. And I think like if you start to play Diablo Immortal, you can enjoy yourself playing solo, but you will eventually and hopefully make friends very easy. And I feel like that's the best features that Diablo Immortal has to added in the game. It was how easy the community building aspect that, you know, is in this game. So let's watch this. We have here Bellular News. I've been watching Bellular for many years. If you don't know him, he's a great YouTuber. Now he has like this Bellular News as well. It's popping off, and he says that the judge was ruthless. Now gaming will change. People have told me that the World of Warcraft mobile will may come. So say hi to YouTube. We're gonna do this reaction.
Today's story is actually going to tangibly impact you. So, for 5 years, there's been a battle waging at the highest levels of the games industry. It's massive, it's between Apple, it's between Epic, and it's around the principle of fairness. And the big news today is that Apple just lost. But they didn't lose because Epic Games outmaneuvered them or any kind of insane gigabrain play from Tim Sweeney. No, they lost because, in the words of the judge presiding over this decision, Apple leadership, quote, outright lied under oath, and in deciding not to comply with legal injunctions, Tim Cook, quote, chose poorly.
So Tim Cook actually got cooked, right? Like lying under the hood, that's pretty serious. Jesus.
Ominous thing for a judge to be saying to you. This, though, is a dramatic case. It has impacts that will reverberate across the entire games industry, and honestly, far wider than that, meaning it truly will impact everyone who watches this video. Here's how all this started. So, Tim Sweeney is a man on a mission, and it's a mission that's cost him and his company more than $1 billion over the last 5 years. It's fair to say that he's pretty committed. Now, 5 years ago is when he decided that Apple and Google's exclusive storefronts on their mobile platforms were in fact unreasonable monopolies.
Okay.
In his opinion, essentially, he says that they don't earn their 30% fee. Rather, they impose it, and that because of that, they're restricting how developers could make money and what sort of deals that they could actually offer to consumers. So what he decided to do was force their hand. So he started something called Project Liberty, and here's how it worked.
This is actually super smart because this is a throwback to a very iconic ad that Apple did like around the 90s. And it's like really fun to actually see it bring it here as a 3D character from Epic.
Fortnite suddenly got an option where users could buy currency directly from Epic, right? Directly, not through your Apple payment or Google payment thing. That, of course, meant that Apple and Google immediately booted Fortnite because it did break their store policies. And this is exactly what Tim Sweeney actually wanted. He wanted his game to be kicked off. And we pretty much know that because Epic immediately filed lawsuits that they had been preparing, and these were designed to force the stores to change those policies. Now, in the case of Google, it actually went so much better than any of us could have.
So for context, they maybe you not know, but whenever or every time you make a transaction inside a game towards your iPhone, there's always like this fee that Apple is gonna charge you, right? So it's gonna be 30% always for Apple, and then the rest is gonna go for the company, which can lead to more inflated prices inside like these games, and that's just not consumer friendly. Also, one of the things of these lawsuits that you're saying, it is like pretty unfair because they have the marketplace and they are pretty much just enforcing like these 30%. Like if you want to have your game on our app store, you need to do this. So it is a huge way that Apple makes millions and billions every year just because they have a huge marketplace, the app store. iPhone, it is the most successful phone of all time, and inside of it there's the App Store, so you guys can see how many consumers. We also have other deals between Apple and Google. As an example, that Google pays I think a few billion per year just to be the default search engine on every iPhone Safari. So this is huge because they know that even if they're paying like $2 billion, the traffic that goes from all these iPhones into their Google search, it is insane. And if they don't have traffic, they could not make money, and so on.
Have expected. Evidence actually emerged that certain developers like Activision had been paid not to rock the boat, and that they deleted documents and were broadly proven to have acted unfairly. They lost on all counts as determined by a jury. The platform was opened up to new stores and Google have appealed. It was a complete win for Epic, but their fight against Apple is an entirely different story. Things have begun to look quite bad for Epic. You see, the outcome of that initial trial, the original one, was an almost complete defeat for Epic Games. They basically could not prove being the emphasis word there, that any kind of monopoly or unfair action was going on. But there was one exception. An injunction was placed against Apple, and this was to end anti-steering provisions. You might think, what is anti-steering? Well, it's actually pretty simple. So basically, it meant that Apple could no longer prevent developers from directing users to make purchases outside of the store. So basically, steering you, the customer, somewhere else. So as an example, that would be buying V-Bucks in Fortnite through a web client rather than through Apple's purchasing system, which would thus avoid Apple's 30% cut. Now, at the time, the judge said that Apple should be entitled to something, but that they can't force people to use their in-app.
This is also like if you play Diablo Immortal, if you go to the Battle.net, it is actually cheaper for you to buy those bundles because the reason it is the same. You're not paying the 30% cut commission. So a lot of people in recent times, you saw some efforts coming from Blizzard to try to give you like this monthly free mystery set item. They are trying to come up like with new, more cheaper bundles to send like these spenders to start spending also directly from the Battle.net, because like this you can get the currency inside the game and they do not have to pay the commission. So it's like way more profits actually for the Blizzard if they do it this way, and it's exactly the same way that Fortnite was doing.
Purchase systems. Apple then spent 3 years appealing, and it's Apple, they can afford lawyers, but they really got nowhere on that front. And this is when that same judge came back and filed a new injunction against Apple for their behavior in the last 3 years. And this one truly is remarkable, and depending on how things shake out, there could even be a criminal component. It's quite wild. So, it wasn't just for a lack of compliance with the original order, but for contempt of court, which is usually frowned upon. So much so that they've been referred to the US Attorney's Office to consider criminal contempt proceedings. That would be dramatic. Now, the judge essentially was not pleased that Apple implemented new costly fees around off-app purchases, where basically they were effectively replacing one anti-competitive process with another, meaning of course, devs lose, but also us customers lose. And while they were doing all that, they were also misleading the court over what they were doing. Here's a quote. "That it thought this court would tolerate such insubordination was a gross miscalculation. As always, the cover-up made it worse. For this court, there is no second bite of the apple." Yeah, GG, Judge.
Yeah.
Quite the zinger. So she laid out then some clear rules. These are practices that Apple are banned from. Number 1, imposing a fee on purchases made outside an app. That means that they have no reason, therefore, to track those purchases, the ones made outside an app. Ban number 2, setting conditions on how devs can direct users outside of an app, including restricting how links work. Basically, you know those design anti-patterns that are just trying to get you, the consumer, to clearly do something by, making a link look weird or a misleading design, that sort of thing. Third, banning certain types of app from directing users to outside purchases. And finally, using, quote, emotive language to persuade consumers to remain in the in-store purchase system. Basically, scaring people who don't know better. And
so basically, this judge just put a lot of things on the table to pretty much like say, you know what? You're trying to get the cut out of like these companies all the time. Just take your 30% in a few purchases inside the game, but anything else, it is pretty fair game. Vlad is saying, for my experience, I always use Android in mobile gaming. Apple will always ask for some permissions in many games. I feel like they both do, but I'm pretty sure that also like Google Chrome has like some commission. I don't know if it's as high as the Apple Store or if they are a bit more flexible. I think they definitely Google Store, for example, if you want to redeem a code for your game in Diablo Immortal on Android, you just go inside the app, you go to the settings and you put the code inside. But if you are on the iOS, you actually need to go into diabloimmortalredeem.com. You have to put your settings just because Apple does not allow you to put like these codes inside. That's like one of like the weird restrictions that they have. Don't make a World of Warcraft for mobile to empty our pockets like Diablo doing with the gems. World of Warcraft will stay a skill game. I absolutely agree with that. I hope like they actually bring more or less pay-to-win games into the game. I don't mind if they monetize with the cosmetics, with the battle pass that just adds some cosmetics. I actually do not mind when it comes like to these things. If you want to pay to look cooler, so be it. We are done from that, but the pay to win aspect, to pay to get stronger, is the only thing that I actually disagree. But I mean, it's a world we live nowadays.
And, well, we've actually seen Apple do similar things, saying you can go and make a purchase, not using the App Store, but, you know, the App Store is very secure and very safe, which, to an average person who's not tech savvy, could basically look like it's Apple saying, hey, you could get scammed if you don't click this link. P.S. This link gets us lots of money too. And of course, the reason why these things are banned is, well, because Apple had been doing all of these things. That's what's led to this whole case. Now, in response, they have now began complying and appealing. It'll be interesting to see how malicious their compliance is. I imagine it will be as malicious as is humanly possible without getting in even more trouble. But all of this is happening while the rest of the industry is licking its lips. Some developers already had updates to go in this. Spotify were a major one. They framed this as a huge consumer win, which in fairness I would say it absolutely is.
Yep.
Now we can do insane things like manage our subscriptions in an app. We can use different payment options, and we can see costs. You can now buy Kindle books in the Kindle app. Patreon memberships are no longer marked up on iOS to counteract the store tax, and lots of things.
He's a big W,
but
guys.
Of course, let's bring it back to Tim Sweeney and Epic Games. So, the Epic Games Store mobile version already existed as of last year, but now they are really ramping things up. Within a week of the ruling, Epic announced their web store fee would drop to 0% for your first million in revenue, with that starting this June. That's obviously pretty awesome if you're a dev. Plus, much like they have done with the Epic Online.
So, Epic Games has an Epic Games Store inside the Apple Store? I am pretty sure this is what it means, right? So if I go here to the App Store, is it even here in Portugal? Let me see. Epic Games. Because I think this is what it means, right? Steam Mobile, PlayStation app, Xbox. So maybe it's not here in Portugal. Some apps are only for like US and Canada, but it really feels like it is that way. So if I go into the Epic Store, I could actually buy things directly. So like that, I am buying it from Epic Store and not really from Apple. So that's actually very, very interesting. Yo, Daniel, what's up? It will be Battle Pass for bundles, but it will stay as skins and pets. Exactly, Vladen.
Services stuff. What they've done with the store is they've built a solution that people can use regardless of platform. So be it Google, be it Apple, anything. But more than that, it doesn't need to be the literal Epic Games Store. That's because web shops can basically run on their infrastructure, and that will let any developer go outside Apple's payment system with no fuss. Yes, Tim Sweeney's definitely taken this one personal, and you know what? I'm here for the drama. Anyway, it is great for devs, but players are also being incentivized here, where you're going to get 5% reward points through purchases.
By the way, this is a very expensive drama. We're talking about like millions in lawyer fees and all these things. Snipes is saying it will be perfect if the judge orders game devs to no more pay to win in PvP. I will say it will be awesome if they actually just remove pay to win at all from these games. Because like until it is, while it's gonna be just like, you know, legal to do those things, obviously devs gonna keep doing this because what? It just gives them more money. People are willing to pay. And the reality is, like, we watched, like, actually another Beller video a while ago that you guys remember, like, the video about, like, the malpractice that, you know, this game in Europe was having. And then they actually, you know, the European Commission said that, you know what, we're not gonna accept in Europe more of like these you know, dark patterns. For example, if you go to the store now, it needs to be like 1,000 orbs, but on the side it needs to say how much it is in your currency. So for example, 1,000 orbs, it is 10 euros, and like that you actually know exactly how much money you're paying in this virtual currency, because this virtual currency is pretty much just masks the real life money. You know, it's easier for us as a consumer psychologically to actually go and spend 1,000 orbs and not spending 10 euros. And the thing, and more important, we as an adults, maybe we have this understanding, But the game in cause, the use case that they were using, it was mainly targeting children. So children, they don't have credit cards, so the credit card, it is attached to their parents. So whenever they go to the store and they try to make purchases, for them, they are not even aware that they are making, currency, money. Actually, they are actually spending money. They are just buying Robux or V-Bucks or whatever is the currency that these kids they buy to get like a epic skin and to look more cool and all these things. And you see multiple cases around the world that, a kid just goes wild and they spend like $1,000, $10,000 in a game on the credit card of the parents. Obviously, you can say there's also some parents control faults, or flaw over there, but either way, these games are intentionally trying to capture the money, not only from you as a consumer, but especially from children. And I really think that over like these last years, since I've been playing like multiple games, even like during COVID, I played some Roblox games because I was not aware of like the Roblox culture or games and all these things. And most of the games inside Roblox, it was a trend that was all about like these gambling games, man. Like absolutely gambling mechanic games. It's just like, or you are gambling some eggs to get like some pets, or you're gambling some currency to make you stronger and get you like these powered ups. And can you guys imagine all these kids? Like they have absolutely no fucking idea what they are doing, right? And obviously they are younger. And everyone like who doesn't remember being like 13 and thinking that they knew everything about everything, right? Like I was a teenager, you were a teenager, everyone is a teenager. You think you know everything, you think you're already an adult, but definitely there's like a lot of things that you don't know, and eventually you're gonna learn the hard way.
On those shops and the Epic Games Store, but that's boosted to 20% until the end of August. So that essentially is the big clap back against Apple. But there is the other thing, the Fortnite. So Tim Sweeney has proposed that Fortnite can return to app stores within weeks, like super quick, provided Apple allows them to do so. He also said he'll drop all litigation as part of a peace plan, provided Apple roll out this policy worldwide. And instead, as of the time of writing and recording this video, Apple have, went and blocked the Fortnite submission. Now, of course, all of this legal maneuvering so far is only in the US. The current policy implementation on Apple's side only
that's why I couldn't see it
right now. Fortunately, though, for those of us benefiting from EU rules, we've already had some things for months already, and Apple can't stop it. An absolute bomb was dropped in the industry in March of this year when both Google and Apple were found to be in breach of the Digital Markets Act by the EU Commission.
This is what I was talking about.
Damn big stuff. They can absolutely sting these companies. So with Google, it was for anti-steering practices, and Apple was for blocking third parties from interfacing with their systems. Now this follows last August's, told you we'd come back to that, ruling that Apple had to open their platform up to alternative stores, and another breach from Apple in April of this year, also on steering. Now, in that last case, they also faced a cool little €500 million fine for what was absolutely flagrant breaches of the law. Apple are obviously appealing because that's what you do when you're a company.
Yep.
But there's a clear thing, there's a clear trend. The tide.
It is like the problem, like with the law in general, and whenever you have like these behemoths that they have and they are sitting on trillions of dollars, they will just hire like these massive lawyer teams, and they will try to drag as much these cases as they can. Because imagine this, today they are saying that okay, we're gonna try to charge you like a fine of 500 million, but if these goes and they drag this for like 3 or 4 years, it won't like really matter, because the amount of money that they will make it during that time, eventually, they are gonna pay some millions of dollars in lawyer fees, of course. But also, they're probably also going to be able to reduce these. But even if they pay the lawyers and they pay the 500 million, during all this time, they are still breaching the rules and they are still piling up more money, which will lead that probably they will still, by the end of the 3-4 years, they will have more than enough money to pay these and some extra profits. So that's actually the reason why these companies also do this. Mobile gaming is the easiest way for devs to farm some money. Always be the players that pay. Then the problem in games, because big difference between whales and free to play or mid spend. Yeah, there's also, and even like inside the whales, right? Like you have whales that they spend what, maybe like 10,000 a month. You have whales that they spend like 1,000 a month. You have whales that they spend like 50,000 a month, right? So that's why we have like mid spenders, dolphins, whales, leviathans, megalodons, and all these guys. Like even in Diablo Immortal, like you have people that spend like around like 500, 600,000 euros, right? You also have in Genshin Impact people that have like their characters completely maxed out just for the sake of it. And it's like it costs like more than $1 million. It's absolutely nuts from a perspective of someone that maybe doesn't have that kind of money. But maybe for that person, it is peanuts and they have the money, so why not, right? So personally, I am a free-to-play player, and as you guys know, I try to leverage the knowledge in all the games that I always played in the past to try, because I get like that dopamine from like being free-to-play, knowing the game, leveraging, and trying to find spenders. And some other people, they just get like the hint of playing these games as well, and it's completely fine. Also, it will be like stupid of me or hypocritical of me if I was judging someone that is literally paying for my experience inside the game, right? So free-to-play players, whenever they go and they try to be like super vocal against like whales and pay to win and all these things, I hear you. I don't like pay to win, but I don't feel like also we can be angry at a player that chooses to spend money in the game whenever they are also, you know, paying literally for the servers and the game costs and the development costs inside the game for you to play for free. So, you know, take it as it is. There's always like two sides of the coin.
Is absolutely shifting. Now, it's not going to happen in all regions, but we are seeing regulation over major platforms to protect consumer interests from companies who otherwise would control them. So between that and, I guess, a billionaire slap fight led by Tim Sweeney, well, look, we should take these wins when we can get them. Not to bring up an old drama, and it is a bit of a different story, but I suppose a little bit like how Hulk Hogan versus Gawker was, in fact, Peter Thiel versus Gawker. You know, this is all kind of billionaire slap fights. Now, the thing with Tim Sweeney, right? He does have good principles. There are good principles that he talks about, right? And yes, it's good he's trying to hold Apple to those, but that does not make Tim Sweeney automatically on your side. Sometimes it just
completely off context, but it reminds me whenever Seed Gang made the video that said I am trying to hold you know, the content creators of Diablo Immortal to higher standards, and I agree. But it just reminded me of that, you know.
Just so happens that we're aiming at the same target. Now, he will end up benefiting from this massively, and in a financial way. And of course, that's because his company is the one building the wraparound solutions that power these out-of-app purchases. And that's really big. And that means that we can appreciate the consumer good that this does. We absolutely can. And the work that the regulators are doing to break down these walled gardens. And in an ideal world, right, once the walled garden is so big and so ubiquitous, you might have to, you know, restrict the freedom of Apple to go and run a monopoly, because not only will it be good for consumers, it will also be good for competition. But I also do think, you know, Standard Oil gets broken up. Who's left with the money to gobble up all the assets? Oh, pretty much the same people. So there's always that thing then where you can have these good pro-consumer regulations, but it's the incumbents with the resources who are immediately able to get around them or exploit the new opportunity. And Epic Games basically, you know, doing its store as a backend to do payment providing for everybody else, well, while it is good because it means there is more competition, it also does disproportionately benefit Tim Sweeney. So, Tim Sweeney, you know what? You have led to a domino event.
Wait, does anyone know the context of this?
So,
I mean, I'm a huge Darth Vader simp, okay? I literally have this. I am listen, look at this. Chat, I'm your father. Okay? What is this like from Fortnite? There was like a collab between Star Wars and Fortnite or something, because like Fortnite is always doing like these massive collabs, so that's what I feel like it is from.
Tim Sweeney, you know what? You have led to a domino of events that I think is absolutely good for consumers, and I think it's good for developers. But that does not mean we will not be critical of you. And on the topic of the good guys being, let's just say, a little bit rumbly, okay, we have to talk about Capcom, and the good news is you can actually watch that video right now. The link is about to replace my face on the screen.
All right, great video from Bellulert. If you guys still don't follow, like, he has a great channel, by the way. I love to watch like his videos. They are usually always a banger, man. Go there, drop him a like and a sub if you still didn't. You guys were talking about let me scroll here a bit. Avoc is saying on top of all, Apple is trying to force by the president to make all products in America versus Asia. There's always speculation that Apple might even go out of business because of all the different things that have been happening. I don't think like Apple will actually go out of business. Like literally, Apple right now is still has like trillions in the bank, which you cannot say from many companies. Paolo is saying, will there be a new to start gem in the anniversary of Diablo? I highly doubt. I absolutely highly doubt that we're gonna have that. Yeah, I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's happening. Probably it's just gonna be like I mean, like, if we're gonna have a 5-star, wait, I'm actually gonna take that back. There is a possibility that usually whenever we have a new 5-star, we usually also have a 1 and 2 stars coming to the game, right? Bruce is saying, I have no interest in the way the Apple products, the proprietary model business, I do not support. Yeah, like, but it's like the same, like, I understand what you're saying, but like the honest truth is like, if something will be extremely beneficial for me, for example, as a designer, right? Obviously, if I was not using a MacBook or an iMac or whatever, I will be for years in an extreme disadvantage, right? So obviously, I understand this, and I understand there's this practice and all these things, but at the end of the day, I really don't care as much. As long as I also get the benefit out of it. It is the same that, you know, I mean, I don't agree with a lot of things that like Blizzard does, and also like especially like Diablo Immortal, but yet I still enjoy the game, so I will take and you guys can call like maybe this like hypocritical, or maybe it is like sometimes a selfish way to do things, but I mean, hey, sometimes it is what it is. Not everything is all about like taking the stance, and I feel like there's also like a gray area that you can still enjoy the game. Like I had like some comments, like people were saying that, oh, you play as a free-to-play and yet like you are using the phantom cosmetics that Blizzard gives you, and I'm like, fuck yeah, of course I'm using. Like why would I look like shit whenever I work so hard on my channel to make content and I get like this little gift? Like, you know, like not everything it is or has to be black and white. Apple also exploits the people who have phones, forcing them to get the high cloud to put their data on, and there is no option. Yeah, like obviously, like they do like some bad practices. Personally, I don't use iCloud. Barbarian sucks. I mean, it's not as good as other classes for sure, but it's not like it sucks. In not getting the bonus gems from the wins, it just took 2x faster to drop. What's going on? It always been that way. So you get you from the daily gems, you used to get double, but that also has been fixed for the past like Winds of Fortune. Now you just get like double. Let me see if we have here some normal gems.
Your reputation for be the good this world desperately needs.
So personally, I like to be informed about like these subjects, because I feel like it's important to also understand like where is like the gaming scene going, and talking about where's the gaming scene going. I also no, this is like another thing. Let me actually delete these. We don't need to watch these. There is another thing here that I wanted to watch, and it is about, guys, it is about a new game. So, do you guys ever listen, chat? Did you guys heard about Chrono Odyssey? That it's coming out, and I like at least like 20 people talked with me about this game. A few of them said that maybe I could try it out, but I didn't see anything. I only saw like you know, like some weird like trailer, but I want to see some gameplay, because like the thing about trailers nowadays, trailers, they always look good. You know, they are meant to look good. They are meant to hype you up and all this stuff. But hey, I want to see some in-game assets. I want to see some actual shit. There was like this game called like Ash of Creation that they have been going on and on and on. I mean, like, creating an MMO, it takes a lot of years to do it well, right? But like that game, still after these years, in my opinion, it doesn't look that hot, man. I think it's like the Unreal 5 thing. It just looks slightly weird. Maybe I just prefer a different cartoonish thing. But hey, I'll leave my fair judgment later on. Okay, so you know, like the saying, like, don't judge too early, because like some things are obviously, I know. I worked in technology, so I know how it is, like the alpha phase, the MVP, the beta, and all these things. But I feel like if in 2025 you do not nail the combat, it is always bad. And I think like talking about like the feeling whenever you are fighting, I think, man, whenever you're fighting in Diablo Immortal, it fucking feels good, man. It absolutely feels good. Diablo 4 feels good. Diablo 3 feels good. World of Warcraft feels amazing. And I don't know who the hell they have in Blizzard, but they do such a nice job. The combat inside the games of Blizzard are so good. Like you click on the button and you feel it, you know. I played other games in the past, other MMOs, you know. They look a bit clunky. They have like a bit of like this weird delay to it. It is not as smooth. It doesn't feel like the animations are very like robotic. And I feel like from the last things that I watched, like regarding Ashes, I feel like they should acknowledge that. So let's see if the Chronos Odyssey, it is actually looking good. We have here the Lazy Peon finally shows its gameplay. It is gonna be the new MMO RPG coming into the scene. Let's see it.
Yeah, we've had some pretty big news. And
wait, I gotta now to remove these. I gotta make him slightly more quiet now, because Bell Alert was pretty low. All right. Let's watch.
Things seem to be moving quickly for this upcoming MMORPG. On the 19th of May, we got a closed beta announcement trailer showing some new footage, as well as confirming that the Chrono Odyssey closed beta test will be taking place sometime in June. So definitely go sign up.
So the game is actually already live. Let me put these. I got premium. I'm gonna watch this in maximum resolution.
For the playtest via Steam if you haven't done so already.
Okay.
Aside from that, yesterday we got a 20-minute developer interview that revealed a bunch of new information.
Okay.
As well as showing off actual in-game gameplay with UI elements for the very first time. In this video, I'll be breaking down the developer interview and giving my updated thoughts on what's been shown at the end. But first, support the content by listening to today's sponsor, Ragnarok X Next Generation, the officially licensed 3D MMORPG mobile game.
Listen, I love Lazy, but we are on the live stream.
Starting out, we're introduced to the executive producer and one of the product managers. It's said that when they started developing Chrono Odyssey, the goal was to make overall progression just as enjoyable as endgame content. We see a clip of the character select screen which shows the Berserker class.
Oh, there it is, boys. This is what we're gonna play. Berserker. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. Look at these. Chains, blades, twin axes, and battle axe. Obviously, we're gonna go with the big axe.
Specializes in 3 weapon types, the chain blades, twin axes, and battle axe. We're then shown the assassin class, which has access to the saber, wrist blades, and musket. It's said that rather than focusing solely on competitive aspects, the devs wanted players to explore the world seamlessly without loading screens, enjoying things like wandering in the woods, cutting trees, fishing, or grouping up in the open world to fight monsters. The world of Chrono Odyssey isn't your typical fantasy setting. It's an eerie, imposing world that evokes a sense of dread and wonder. The devs drew inspiration from the cosmic horror vibe of Prometheus, as well as the palpable fear of an encroaching threat to humanity similar to the Zerg from StarCraft. The story of Chrono Odyssey unfolds in a world called Cetera, a realm where past and future collide. Here, the very laws of reality come undone as gods, humans, and unknown entities known as the Void come to a head.
Visually is looking stunning, not gonna lie.
In the absence of divine order, the boundaries between dimensions collapse, giving rise to war and invasions, and it's this vast scale of chaos and despair that the devs say sets Chrono Odyssey apart from traditional MMORPGs. As the protagonist, you'll stand against formidable foes and travel to both the past and future to alter the fate of Cetera. The developer's goal was to immerse players in an epic narrative.
Nice.
Where they confront forces far beyond their comprehension. Chrono Trigger was another inspiration for Chrono Odyssey in how it used the concept of time to prevent a cataclysmic event. The producer then talks briefly about why they chose Unreal Engine 5 for Chrono Odyssey, and the motivation is primarily that the engine allows them to create the most immersive and realistic worlds for players to explore, whilst also creating dark atmospheric environments. In the footage shown, we see characters traversing the environment via mantling, climbing, and using some kind of ability to hover.
Holy moly!
We see chrono gates, structures which are said to appear man-made, but they're not. And we're also shown some void areas which look like something from a sci-fi horror. Next, the producer talks about how they want players to create their own stories through the adventures and exploration they choose.
Man, this world building is crazy, guys.
Often rely on a fixed main quest line.
So, a lot of people criticize like developers that they use Unreal Engine 5. And the problem is not really the engine. The problem is like what happens is like they pick up like this engine and they do not like pretty much customize almost anything. They use a lot of like default animations and default assets that come like from the Unreal store. And then whenever you compile it together into a game, they all look the same. But you see games, for example, like Expedition 33, probably Chrono Odyssey, also on Unreal, and you're gonna see like they are vastly different just because like they pick up the engine and they put it and apply their artwork on top of it and becomes like stunning like this. It's absolutely crazy.
Which forces players.
When is coming? The test was now in June. I think it's like on the 24th of June, something like that. I will actually try to play this, man. I feel like it can be extremely fun to play, and if it's like an MMO, and I can play with you guys, and you guys can join as well, I think that could be a fun experience.
To follow the same path. But with Chrono, they took a different approach that allows for more freedom. The Chrono Tector allows players to trace remnants of the past or catch glimpses of the future. With this, players can reveal hidden paths. The game will have a main quest line, but aside from that, players can enjoy a variety of other content whilst leveling, including trials, labyrinths, and field bosses. It's said that players can gain XP through most in-game activities, and it's even possible to reach max level via gathering and crafting a
Listen, this is what mining is. It's not like this bullshit that we got in Diablo Immortal, okay? Like, we go into the stone and we click interact and we get like the scraps on the gold and the ores. Like, what the hell? How is this even immersing, man? I got like so disappointed like when it comes like to the crafting. It was absolutely a disappointment. Not only the way that interact, I feel like, you know how it should be, in my opinion? I would have done a Charcy mini quest, okay, You go to Charcy, she makes you do a quest that you have to go and learn how to mine. You have to maybe craft some materials to do your mining axe, then you will have your mining axe, then she's gonna teach you how to do the mining, and then, as any game that I played in the past with mining, you have a mining ore, even if it takes like 2 or 3 seconds, I feel like that's so much more immersive than just like go into the ore, click E, and then you get the loot. I don't know. It's just like, it's kind of crazy. Now, the tier list we're going to do slightly later.
Alone, whereas other MMOs haven't always been so friendly to players who enjoy non-combat activities, which is why they built a system where players can progress through both exploration and crafting. In this game, you choose your own playstyle and progress in a way that best suits you. It's said that they've minimized in-game guidance to incentivize players to discover the world for themselves, and on screen we can see the Ranger character sheet and can confirm the Ranger has access to the bow, crossbow, and rapier weapons.
Okay.
Next, the producer talks about how Chrono Odyssey will not force players into the fixed role of tank, healer, or DPS like traditional MMOs.
Alright.
Chrono Odyssey uses an action combat system with parry and dodge mechanics, and is designed in a way that every class can contribute in their own way. It's also said that
so pretty much it's probably gonna be the same or very similar to Diablo. Everyone just goes, you know, attack, and then you have the parry and the dodge, and you can still do the boss. But I really hope that they put like some supportive classes, or maybe even a healer. I feel like whenever I play a MMO, there are people that they love to play support. And personally, I mean, I usually like to play tanks, but sometimes I also don't mind to play healer or the support. It depends. It depends. It really depends.
Rather than going for traditional large-scale MMO PvP content, Chrono Odyssey aims to deliver a unique PvPvE system that's more small in scale. He says Chrono Odyssey is built for smaller scale play. Initially, they planned on having the Trinity system, but later in development, they realized that for their combat system to work, they'd need hybrid classes. This is done via the game's weapon swapping system, which allows for more flexibility when it comes to playstyle and role.
What do you guys think about the gameplay?
They also acknowledge the importance that tanks and healers are able to play solo, and that players don't always need to be in a party to progress. Combat in Chrono Odyssey revolves around a weapon.
So I hope that you're also going to be able to have multiple specs. And I think that's what he's saying. If you change your weapon, most likely it's also going to change your spec or your abilities. And like that, even if you would like to play a healer or a tank, you're not like stuck into, like, that's actually whenever you play World of Warcraft, that was for many years in World of Warcraft Classic, one of the most annoying things, because like if you were a tank, every time you wanted to go do PvP or do something else, you actually had to go and spend like 50 gold to go back and forward. It was so annoying. Then like dual spec came, I think, on the Burning Crusade, which was like, or even Wrath of the Chain, like one of those expansions, and like it was so liberating, man. It was so much better. But this, I feel like this has to be like something even better, because like this was like freaking like 15 years ago. Like these games absolutely need to try to come up like with better and modern solutions.
Swap system, and instead of skill chaining, players are encouraged to switch between 2 weapons during combat to maximize damage output and ability usage. There's a boss early in the game that's intended to show players that weapon switching is necessary due to long skill cooldowns on single weapons. The goal here is that combat in Chrono is easy to learn and hard to master, with each weapon offering a distinct playstyle. Weapon swapping also grants passive buffs. The developers didn't want combat to rely heavily on skill numbers or UI elements, but instead the focus is on learning the attack patterns of enemies, understanding your own combos, and executing them in a way that's similar to that of an action RPG. Rather than creating too many skills, they designed each one to have multiple functions, with some being designed to have situational usage. As for the closed beta test, we can expect the following core gameplay features: single-player content in the form of chrono gates and trials, and party-based content in the form of expedition dungeons and...
So this is pretty standard, right? Like it's the same as we have in Diablo. You have the campaign, and probably you have like the trials, which probably is maybe like the challenge rift, and then you have like these dungeons and raid bosses, right? Like that's just how it is.
and region bosses. Single player
these games, it seems like it's gonna be a lot like in December. No, I don't think so. And December like is like way more likely to be like Path of Exile. It is actually an RPG. This feels like much different than that.
Their content requires players to rely on skill and strategy and are designed to push players to grow stronger and improve their skills. Chrono Gates are one-on-one battles against powerful Void Apostles. Players must learn their attack patterns and respond accordingly. The difficulty of Chrono Gates is supposed to be high, but so are the value of the rewards. Trials are another form of single-player content where players travel across time and space to tackle puzzles, traps, and randomized mechanics, creating a new experience with every run.
A crossbow.
Along the way, expect to refine not only your combat skills, but also your creativity and decision making. As for party-based content, this is designed to emphasize teamwork and strategic coordination. Expedition dungeons are designed for three-player parties, where each player takes on a unique role, making teamwork essential. Unlike large-scale raids found in traditional MMORPGs,
this looks cool, though.
Chrono Odyssey offers a more focused co-op experience that's said to deliver tactical gameplay, even with a small group. When it comes to the region boss content, these are open world bosses that require multiple groups to work together.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Usually, or in most of these games, these world bosses, it's literally always like 20 people clueless of what they are actually doing, trying to hit like this giant boss, dying and respawning and running into the boss and taking like 10 minutes to kill the boss. It is always so funny to see, man.
To take down. In the footage shown, the maximum...
It's not in mobile. No, of course it's not in mobile. Like, you know, mobile games, they are like way more interested in making, you know, pay-to-win games than actually making some great games.
Group size seems to be 5 players, and given that he specifically says multiple groups need to work together, I think this means that you can't make raid groups or groups larger than 5 players. Rewards from region bosses is said to be unique equipment linked to the game's lore, and
man,
the goal behind
bosses,
the design
Jesus.
for the game's single-player content.
Holy moly! Look at this bin. There is the fun part. Yeah, no, I'm saying it is funny to see, right? Like, even like you go for the first time to these fights and you're like, what the hell is happening? You know, like you absolutely don't know what's happening and you just get smacked.
And is said to be skill and strategy, and the party-based content is teamwork and coordination. When it comes to exploration content, they divided it into 2 types, player-driven and goal-oriented. The player-driven content, such as labyrinths and time portals, are designed to encourage exploration. And it seems like content you'll stumble across.
I love content like this. I love puzzle content. I love like mini challenge. I love a lot of like these side things that sometimes it's like the same as achievements, right? You're just bored, you don't know what to do. I'm accomplishing this, so I also enjoy to also do these things.
Cross out in the world whilst doing other stuff and act as a rewarding distraction. Labyrinths are time rifts filled with puzzles, platforming, and traps,
Jampy, thanks so much.
and reward you with treasure if you make it to the end. Time portals allow you to go back in time and gather rare materials and items. Goal-oriented content comes in the form of bounty hunting. Go to the bounty board, select a bounty, then use your chronotector to track down the target for rewards. The design behind this was to always give players some kind of goal whilst out exploring the world, and during the hunt, players will likely get distracted by other forms of content. For character progression, players can use life skills to gather rare materials and craft high-tier gear that directly impacts their character strength. Players can then make that gear more powerful via enhancements powered by materials earned through combat, exploration, and gathering.
Day 1 and they already have crafting, guys. We needed to wait almost 3 years to have some kind of crafting with caps and multiple things. This is awesome. Awesome. It needs to.
Apparently, there'll be many ways to obtain these materials, so you can progress according to your playstyle. In the footage shown, we can see an enhancement system where a piece of gear becomes +1, and the producer mentions that they've reduced the risks tied to enhancements, so that when progression slows, there'll be other ways to get stronger. To me, this just sounds like the game will have an RNG gear enhancement system similar to other Korean MMOs. It's then emphasized that character
as long as they don't make it pay to win, I'm okay sometimes with the RNG. Okay, like I am okay with it as long as it's not always like pay to win driven. Whenever it has like, if Chrono Odyssey comes with a, they present all of these things, and then at the end they say, you know what, you can actually buy these ores and upgrades and all these things on the store, then I'm immediately turned off.
Progression can be progressed in whichever way suits the player, either via combat or life skills. There'll be some way to obtain materials for progression that suit your playstyle, with the non-combat route being a viable path to take in this game if that's what you're into. At the end of the interview, they talk about the goal for the upcoming closed beta test, and it's basically to gather feedback and improve the game, whilst focusing on testing the multiplayer stuff. The game isn't perfectly polished, and post-launch they plan to add new regions, classes and content that expand the world and deepens exploration. The producer's message to CBT testers is to not just follow the quest line, and it's not a game about moving from one objective to the next in a straight line. So, what are my thoughts on this new info? Well, during the interview there was definitely a lot of buzzwords thrown around, as well as contradictive statements that confused me quite a lot. Early on he spoke about how typical MMOs have a main quest line, which made it sound like Chrono Odyssey won't have one, but later on says there is a main quest line, but players can do other stuff aside from that.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? No. Not every man is the same. No, I'm different, boys. I am different. Everyone else has, no, but we are different, but yeah, we're still gonna have it.
There was a lot of buzzwords like vast, mysterious world, players shape the world, carve out your own path, exploration, uncover an epic narrative, but it seems like a lot of vague marketing talk. Another confusing statement was how there's no traditional roles, but for the expedition dungeon part he says, players take on unique roles and that player cooperation and teamwork is important for the group content. Yet in the game's Steam description it mentions dungeons and raids where if you're strong enough, you'll be able to clear them on your own. So which one is it? I think the whole...
I feel like maybe it depends on the difficulty or maybe the state that you are in the game. So if you are, imagine like you and your team are, lower level or lower geared, maybe if you go with a tank, DPS and healer, it can actually be better because probably you're going to be able to defeat the boss. But if you are in the late game, maybe you can just go the 3 of them as a DPS. You already know the mechanics. You just need to dodge them and you're gonna kill them. Or if you're like super OP, maybe you can even solo the boss at a certain stage. I feel like that's what they meant.
Whole teamwork and strategic cooperation stuff is also just marketing and buzzword talk, and most likely you'll just be able to play whatever you want and have the potential to clear the content, because intuitively, with this kind of action combat system like the one shown in this video, you'll be able to avoid all damage by perfectly timing all of your dodges and by parrying. From the footage shown so far, the game definitely looks to me like a Korean dark fantasy New World, so it makes sense that there's no large-scale PvP content because New World's PvP really starts to fall apart when there's too many players. Large-scale action combat PvP only really works if you take the BDO approach of having tons of AoE damage and iframes, but the combat in Chrono is clearly much more grounded, so I can see why they're focusing more on small scale. Overall, I don't think this interview has made me more or less excited for the game. There was some new stuff that looked pretty cool, but at the same time, some of the combat footage did look a bit clunky. So I guess we'll have to wait for the closed beta test next month to really get a good idea of if this game is any good or not.
Yeah, there are some things that, no matter how much marketing footage you see from the company, obviously, if they are putting here, it's because these are the things that's going to look the best for the game. Whenever you go actually inside a game, then that's really when like everything starts turning on and you start understanding like if this is a game that you really want to play or not.
But that's it for this video. As always, let me know your thoughts on Chrono Odyssey in the comments below, and has this new footage and information changed your opinion on the game? Social media on screen, help us out with a like for the algorithm if you got any value from this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Really nice video from Lazy. Personally, for me, this was like the first time that I saw like this footage from like a Chrono Odyssey. I mean, like, it feels like a game that maybe I can have some fun to play with it. If it is a game that I can see myself like dedicated, like, and just play that full time, probably not. But I will be down to actually do like the main campaign or something like that, as long as like it look, because like visually it actually looks really cool, and I will not mind to actually play as Barbarian. If they have battlegrounds, I'm sold. Probably from what I saw, I feel like they have like some 2v2 or 3v3 arenas. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see that. Jota, I will try. I'll try in a bit. What is that? Buried Solons, chest piece, shackle, shoulders. Okay, outslack. I don't need anymore. What is Law of the Wild? Law of the Wild. What? Wait. What is that? What are those shoulders? Law of the Wild. Law of the Wild. Oh, cleave is increased against slow enemies. So this means like this does not work against bosses. This does not work against bosses. Main rending, then burning judgments on the main hand. Which one is the burning? Burning. Burning. What? Okay, which one is the burning one? It gotta be a cleave one, right? What the hell is the burning? Maybe he has a different name. Anyways, guys, I kind of wanted to try the Autobot, man. I really wanted to try that one. So today I actually went and did Vault with the old Ota, and it is feeling so bad. It is actually feeling so bad to play with this. By the way, guys, if you guys have any other things for me to maybe like go and watch tomorrow, you guys can link it here on this channel on the Discord. Daily news and reacts. Okay, we already watched this one as well. I kind of wanted to watch this, but maybe we watch tomorrow. It's gonna be like the new games. So, man, I really... Okay, how long is this?
Why? How?
Oh, 22 minutes. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, maybe we watch tomorrow, okay? Maybe we watch tomorrow. Let's play some game, because, guys, I'm gonna be honest, man. I barely have been playing these days. I've been, like, so busy. Not only on the stream, but also, like, off stream. It's been completely crazy. So, yeah. Let me actually go here and change this build. How are you doing, Torgil? What is the build that I want to play today? Maybe I'm gonna go with this farming one. This farming one is always solid. I think I need to wait for the cooldown of the Undying Rage. I have a lot to do, guys. So this one, it is like the build that most people still play, right? Like you just go and you run. You pretty much can kill everything, but it got like heavily nerfed. It feels like it doesn't work as well as it did, but busy is a blessing. I mean, like in this case, it has been a blessing for sure. So for now, I've been doing this one-on-one like coaching for Diablo Immortal outside, and it's been great. It's been actually great. And along the way, I just realized, man, that I put like so much time in this game that I actually know a lot about it. So what I'm also doing is that probably in the future, guys, I'm compiling all of like the, because I'm also like creating some some content that I present to the people to explain them like certain things, and I'm thinking about like then compiling it in a way to make like a maybe like an ebook or something, like a PDF or something like that you guys can download and just see like the basics and how things actually work. Because like a lot of people, they actually miss like very basic things about this game that make you do like very poor decisions. And also like those poor decisions can actually cost you a lot of money or a lot of time. Try Lace Breaker. No, I tried Lace Breaker. It doesn't work. I mean, it works, but like the damage is like extremely low. That's like the problem. Like with the one that I found out that has the highest damage until now was the Whirlwind one. I can show you guys which one is it. That was definitely the one that works the best. I tried this build. Increase your damage to 30 million in 1 minute. Yeah, but there's like I don't know which one is like the Burning Judgments. Which weapon is that? Maybe like it has a different name. But those shoulders do not work on the bosses, which is a problem. Yeah, this one. I like this build. So we gotta, you know what? Let's kill Diablo, man. I still didn't kill Diablo. I think it's time to kill Diablo. By the way, thank you so much, guys. You guys been fucking incredible in these days, in these last days. I personally enjoy a lot to talk with people, to react to certain things, and then we also do some gameplay. The support, like 70 people while we're watching and discussing like these topics, it's awesome. I really appreciate it. Yesterday was such a banger, man. I can't wait for the Diablo coaching session. Are you paying for it? There is no fucking way you paying for that shit. I don't believe. Oh my god. I mean, Leo, Snipes, if you pay for the hour, I'm fine. I will do it. But I don't think it will. Okay, let's use these. Indez, carry you in G5? What is your server? Are you in Pools of Wisdom? I mean, I can try. I don't mind. Not the same as oh, you in Asia? No, unfortunately I cannot. Like, you had to be on my server though. Snipes, you don't need coaching when you're the best. No, you don't understand, Torgil. What he's talking about, that is the one doing the coaching for me, you know. He's gonna pay for the time slot, but he's the one that's gonna be coaching me, not the way around. Alright, let's go. Let's break these. At the start, like, this mechanic was okay, was interesting, but now because you have to kill this boss every week, it's kind of annoying. Okay, we got a hammer. Nice. You just hate that the last boss enraged so fast. Yeah, I will try to ask for a carry on the world chat, or maybe like if you're from a good clan, maybe they can actually help you out. That's why I like warbands and being a good clan can actually come clutch. You're curious about your opinion. What do you think is a good damage on Demon Hunters per minute? How many millions? That's actually there is no right answer for that, Avok, because it will really depend on your account. So for my account, I will say that anything below like 5 million damage, it is not good. But for your account, if you hit 5 million, can be like, wow, you know, I never did this much damage. So it is really hard to dictate that. And that's also another thing, like whenever, you know, I am doing an account review, you know, like we do like always like a dummy testing at the start to see where the account is and then what can we improve. And for example, Steve Martin the other day, he started like with 4 million damage, and then by the end of the session, like we fixed a few things. Yeah, his account was already pretty good, but just by fixing a few things, we got him like to like 5.5 million. So I mean, like it's like 1.5 million DPS. It's a lot in 1 minute. The biggest one was like definitely like Mark, man. Mark went he pretty much like almost triple his damage like in 1 hour. It was insane. Yo, Boland, what's up, man? In your guide, you mentioned evasion armor. What does it mean, evasion armor? So, there is some gear on Abyssal Verge and also on Ereban that you can drop there. That is gonna have the family of Endure gear. Okay, so the family is gonna be Endure. And it's gonna give you certain magic affixes on your gear, like increased evasion. Whenever you evade, you get a shield. Shields will give you immunity or damage reduction by 50%. So that's like the kind of things that I was talking about. But this gear has to be farmed in like these 2 game modes, pretty much. I don't know if I actually don't have any piece right now from with that. So, especially oh wait, I have here something that I can show you. Like, look at this. What is it? No, it's the chess piece. So here there is the Vox. This blue rune is incredible. So you see these Endure ones. These can also be a substat on your gear. Increase the evasion rating for 0.8 for every nearby enemy up to 8%. You can stack up these to 4 times. You do accounts takeovers on the stream? No, I cannot like log in on other people's accounts. So, for example, when I do the one-on-one, I ask them to share their screen from the app. I cannot like go inside the account itself. It's against the TOS. I wish I could. I wish I could go like inside like an account and just fix it like here live. I think that will be kind of fun to see. Or just sometimes play with a whale account, you know, or something like that. Will we hit 500 million damage per minute on Barb? Right now, it's not looking that way. It's not looking that way at all. I already did 500 million damage, but I did it on Crusader and I did it on Wizard. I also need to farm like the new instances of the Inferno 6, even though they don't look like that great though. Not gonna lie, they are not looking that great. Until now, I actually made an improvement. This is like the best build that I found out until now, which is with the new Whirlwind and also instead of using Thunder Legacy, we are using the Bird Breaker. So in the past, I did a very successful like World Breaker build, and this pretty much is the updated version of the Will Break. It's awesome. You only have. What do you mean you only have 4,000 resonance? That's not bad at all, man. And the highest I could get was 62 million per minute. Wait, 62. Okay, you have 4,000 resonance, and you did 62 million. That's super low, Avoc. That's incredibly low, especially in the Demon Hunter. Like the build you're using it can't be good. There's definitely you probably have a lot of things very wrong on your account. With 4,000 resonance and other things, you should be pumping at least 300 million. At least 300 million, you know? I will say. Yeah, resonance is also... Listen, guys, a lot of the things that I always try to always teach and explain is like... Resonance is just like one part, and especially if you're talking about PvE, DPS, like don't sweat about it, you know. Don't actually sweat about it. It's more about like how you have your actual build than the number itself. It says here. It's so much more important to have like substats like these, or you know, like with critical hit damage and all these things. And the reality is like I would love to help everyone, right? That's why I do the guides, but there's only so much time that I have on the day, and the reality is like by doing 1 or 2 hours of these sessions, it already, you know, disturbs a bit about my workflow. So that's the only reason why I put it inside the Well membership, or the, you know, I charge. Can you ask the team to revert the Ota nerfs for PvE only? That was said in the past already multiple times. Not only for the Ota itself in specific, but for them to have like, you know, different adjustments for different, you know, PvE and PvP. Because I feel like it's really unfair for us as players that maybe you just enjoy PvP, that maybe sometimes something is being nerfed in PvE because it's just too OP there, and the reverse, vice versa, right? Like why would I care that Ota is really powerful in PvP? Like, I don't care. Like, why will it matter to me? Like, if I don't even do PvP, right? Not me specifically. I do PvP, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like, probably like 80% of the player base, they don't care about PvP. So why do you have to be, you know, a victim out of like something that's just overpowered in PvP for no reason? Demon Hunter needs a buff in PvE for real? No, I don't think it is. I don't think so. I think like I played with Demon Hunter recently. Demon Hunter does like pretty good damage. It's not like top damage, but it is definitely one of the highest. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you something. Like, it does way more damage than Barb right now. That's for sure. It's probably around like the same damage as Tempest, I will say. And I'm not even lying, man. Like, I tried both classes, and my Demon Hunter was actually outputting more damage than the Tempest. You just have to build it in the class in the account in a way that's It's gonna do a lot of damage. Is 5k resonance good for the PvP? I mean, it's decent, Alan. Yeah, obviously. Should I replace the Mother's Lament for the new 5-star? I don't think so. You said that you're 1.5. I don't think so. Mother's Lament is a gem that you're gonna be able to put it eventually at rank 10. It's gonna get way more valuable than the new 5-star. I feel if anything, you can add the new 5-star into your gem setup, but you will still have the Running Consequence and the Mother's Lament. Come on, Indez. Only you can make Barb great again. No, that's not true. There are great Barbs there. I think, like, to be honest, like, I was trying, like, the meta builds because, I mean, it's been almost, like, 2 months since I've been a Barb, right? And I already managed to get, like, a bit more damage squeeze out of these, but I think I have a concept idea of maybe like playing around the Ota. I think only the Ota can actually output a big amount of damage. But it is now so slow to recharge. It's crazy because it still hits like really hard. It just takes a long ass time to recharge it, man. And that's like so demoralizing. Mother's Lament is top tier in PvP, even in PvE. I will say it's like definitely top tier in PvE. In PvP, it is not as good just because like the debuff it doesn't use like the 2x Vitus. It doesn't stack with the Vitus, so it is quite different from the Crimson. So the Crimson Behelit does not stack with the Vitus. But it is still great because it can apply the Feared, Mother's Lament, and damage reduction and all this jazz, right? Mother's Lament is just a crit buff. Not only the crit it is nerfed, but also the duration is nerfed. So I think personally, in the future, I will remove Mother's Lament if I have a better gems to replace with in PvP. In PvE, no shot. What I don't like about like the Whirlwind is like I cannot be Whirlwinding all the time at maximum speed. It's like that's like the only downside about this. We need Modern Skull in the market. We need Modern Skull in the game. I would love to finish Modern Skull. It's so good. The summon farm build on Demon Hunter is not doing that great on your account now, but I'm working on it. Yeah, definitely is a build that probably requires some power level for sure. Because if you're not like being able to just run and kill everything, then it's not gonna be as optimal, right? Then maybe it's better to use like the normal Strife or something like that. Strafe. But if you get to be that powerful and you just are able to run and you kill everything, it's fucking awesome. I'm gonna switch this build though. I need to do the bounties, man. The bounties will... I already have like 24 bounties stacked, which is insane. They keep adding more OP 2 stars and 1 stars for free to play. And I think they should. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Even whales can actually take advantage out of that. But it really depends on where you are in the game. You know, some whales... I think like if you are like... For example... one of the guys that I coach, like he has like 10,000 resonance, right? And we made like two builds. One was like 6,500 resonance and the other one was 10,000. And he was on the wizard, so he was using the flatter grasp. He was using the Abaddon curse. He was also using the Crimson Behelit. But the reality is, you know, that 6,500 resonance, it is a very good build and it has a lot of utility. But whenever you play with 10,000 resonance, you're just like so much stronger. It's like, it's not even like the survivability and the damage just like scales like so hard. You know, the walk build Barb is gay damage for PvP. Obviously you're not gonna. First of all, are you 13 that you use the word gay damage? But regardless, that it's like you're not gonna use these, obviously. Like, why would you use these in PvP? These will be like so bad. These is just like literally for farming though. I die many time with Barb on that build. Yeah, because it's not a PvP build. Like it's like the same as going like with the AFK farming necro and to the dungeon and say, yo, my build does not do damage. You know, like this game, like it has like multiple builds for multiple purpose. Any recommendations for the 400 Paragon necro build, not summons? I think at your level, I think summons are still the best. Once you start reaching to like Infernal, you know, 2, 3, and 4, I think you start unlocking like the Vortex build. I have the Vortex builds on my channel. You can check it out. Why not Hellslayer bounties? Because I spend like my my terror instances on Abyssal Verge, the 10, and I also while I do these, I'm also farming for the monster instances, and I'm looking for the orange mob around the world. This farming build could work perfectly for PvP max res. No, it doesn't. I mean, because you have to understand, whenever you're playing with, even if you are like 13,000 resonance, the likelihood of having like another 13,000 resonance player on the other side will be very high. Why I cannot? Okay, what? Okay, I'm bugged. Yeah, Trace, no problem, man. Like, it's just like anything has like that, its power, its progression, you know. And the reality is, like, in the beginning of the game, like the summons are like pretty powerful, and over time, like in the lower level, the summons usually are more powerful than you as a character. And as you reach to the end game, you start having like better legendary gems and better sets and all these things. Then you become more powerful than the summons. So it's better that you boost yourself than you boosting the summons itself to do more damage. Even though I would love to have in the future like a very, very good, like just like full summon build. But I feel like the problem is like the game has become like super fast paced, and the AI of the skeletons and everything is just like, it's just not there. The Whale Wars, that's right, never mind. Yeah, like obviously, you know, maybe sometimes we as a low resonance we get like big whales. But that's more like if you are low resonance and you are like legend tier or something like that. You'll make your own meme build? Yeah, oh listen, you know what? That's actually the spirit, man. Absolutely, that's the spirit. You're in the beginning of the game, just fucking enjoy it, man, you know? If you want to try something, just try it. Doesn't matter what me or any other player says. Because even I, like, maybe not here on the stream, but like a lot of times, like off stream, I'm just like going through the instances, trying to see, oh, is there something we can do? And sometimes I have good ideas, other times I have like shitty ideas, right? The problem is always like people are not like really interested in off meta builds. I realize that. Like if you bring an off meta build, they are just gonna say, oh yeah, that's worse than the other meta build, you know? So yeah, I don't want to play that shit. This is like the 90% of the mindset, okay? And that's why you don't see a lot of like creators doing off meta builds. And the other side is also, you know, it's always better whenever you find something that is an improvement of something that is already existing, you know? I feel like that's always more exciting. Yo, Andrew, what's up? Blizzard should introduce more interesting events. Oh, thank God you actually spoke about that. I need to kill the Butcher. I saved the Butcher for us to kill today. Is there any best class for free to play, or any class will work? I mean, if you're talking about PvE, any class works. It's only like really in PvP that actually becomes a discussion. But of course, like there are like classes that are slightly stronger than others, but pretty much any class it is good enough for PvE. Butcher is an easy kill, not that fun. Yeah, I don't expect a lot. I expect it's gonna be exactly the same fight that we have whenever we are doing the dungeon. You look so tired. You alright? No, I'm good. I'm just chilling today. But it's I've been working a lot, but I'm fine. It's just like we're just having a more like laid back session here. That's the thing. If I'm not like full energy, people then think I'm sick. It's funny. What I want is interesting events or some quests or something like that. Yeah, I think that's something that we all want, right? I think we're gonna have a new quest on the major update. So there's gonna be like the second part that is coming. Then we're gonna have the new gem. Then we're probably gonna have some other bullshit events. I just like wish like we will have like a new dungeon or a new game mode. I feel like if they actually come with a new dungeon, that'll be really fucking cool, man. That'll be really cool. But for that to happen, I think they also probably gonna bring another set items. And I feel like the set items are becoming like extremely like the more set items they add in the game, the harder it's gonna be for us to actually craft that like perfect item. I definitely think they are gonna add something new. I'm holding my expectations, you know. Do you use a shield and jump build for PvP? No, I don't think so. For energy, just drink and smoke. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Barb has that effect on you these days. No, I'm actually excited to play Barb. Obviously, like, it's not at the level that, you know, it used to be. Which, you know... Because I already did, like, above, like, 7 million damage on my Barb, right? And it was actually a bit depressing to go into the dummy, and now you see, like, 5 million damage, it, like, peaks 6 million, and then it drops, like, 3.5. But the reality is, like, I'm not been having a lot of time off stream. So I'm I just need, like, to sit and, like, we need to like finish all of these things. We're gonna probably do, like, the tier list a bit later on. So that's gonna be fun. It's been, like, around, like, 3 months since the last time I did. That probably gonna be the last tier list that we're gonna do before the druid comes out. I'm kind of curious to see how it's gonna change. PvP kind of lost interest for everyone. They need to change something. Depends on the class. I was having a blast, man, on the wizard. Wizard in PvP right now, it is really fun. This one I still didn't play. Do you think wizard can do 1 billion damage in 1 minute? Yeah, of course. It just depends on the account you put it on. You know what I'm saying? So my account cannot do 1 billion damage at this stage. Maybe like in 1 year or more we'll be able to, but right now no. But I think, like, Maw did, like, 1 billion damage, you know, or even Audit. Like, they have, like, 6 or 8,000 resonance. Plus they have, like, all the Reforges mid-maxed. One of the I'm gonna do a video about explain, because, like, by doing these one-on-one sessions, bro, doesn't, like, it's so interesting that I'm identifying that the mistakes in almost, like, all these players, lower resonance to higher resonance, are always the same. Always the same. So I took notes, and I'm gonna do, like, some interesting videos of, like, I reviewed, like, 100 accounts, and all these accounts have these, and here's the mistakes they do, or you know, like, something like this. Because they are always the same. It's wild. Aura deals astronomics to damage. It deals because, like, you guys have to understand. And a lot of people, they don't understand this, but imagine, like, if you have all of these things, 5%, 6% here, you have all of these things maximized in all your slots. Like, for example, me, they are not maxed. Like, one is 5%, here is 3%, here's 5.5, but here the damage to demons is probably what? These are now 5. So just by having your Reforges, like, completely maxed out, I'm talking, like literally min-maxed, you are having, like, such a crazy boost on damage on your account that people are spending so much money on their legendary gems, and they do not understand. Like, yeah, you get, like, 1 more rank on your gem, yeah, you're gonna get here 5% more damage or something like that, and you're like, wow, dude, like, that's awesome. Like, now it's like rank 6 or rank 7, and I just spent, like, $1,000 to make it, like, rank 7. And then if you realize that if you just spend, like, a few thousand plats and you mid-max all your Reforges, you can actually have, like, you know, 80% increase on your damage. That, you know? So, obviously, for me, now that I know these things, it is very obvious, like why certain accounts they do damage and others don't. But in the beginning of the game, I had absolutely no idea, right? We are all in that boat. Yo, Happy Bear, what's up, man? You like the chat with Echo you did recently? I'm glad, man. Listen, by the way, Happy Bear, I caught you up lying the other day. Should I call out Happy Bear? Because he typed... I'm gonna create some drama here with Happy Bear. I saw this comment that he says that he only watches content creators that they are playing his own class, which is a lie. It's a lie because he also watches this stream. I think it was on Misery. I was gonna say something, but then I was like, okay, let it be. Usually, I don't think, you know, like a lot of people really understand sarcasm. You know, sarcasm is like something that it's not easy to understand sarcasm, especially maybe from text, you know. So, you know, like if I see a comment like shit talking me or something like that, and I'm like, true, man, I also hate that scammer streamer drama bait Indez. You know? Oh fuck, it's so funny. So usually I reply with a sarcastic way to comments that probably I shouldn't, but I just think they are so funny. And I can laugh about because I know that like these people, they don't even watch my content. They just probably like watch like 2 or 3 videos, or they watch my content like from a reaction of other people, and they make like the judgment. But that's just how it is, man. It's the internet. Bro, why am I getting bugged all the freaking time? What is happening? Hello? Chat, what a game. What a game, guys. Alright, I guess you just have to log out and log in to just use this. To be honest, you give tips and tricks to cover all the classes, not all creators do that. Yeah, I know. That's like the... I always try to find ways to distinct myself from other things, you know. Also, it's I have no choice. I'll tell you why I have no choice. It's because if I only play one class nowadays, I'll just be bored out of the game, straight up. I gotta do something to shake things up, to make it like slightly interesting. Not only for me, because if I'm not interested on something, like you guys also gonna not be interested on it. I try to be sarcastic sometimes, but players get mad from it. Shut the fuck up. yeah, sure, Snipes. No, I understand. Like the thing is just like I don't know, man. There are times like, you know, Snipes can be funny, and there are other times that it can be absolutely annoying, right? So it's like there is no middle ground. Indez is the Robin Hood of the eye. I take from Blizzard and I give to the free-to-play players. Let's go here. I feel weird why we need to talk bad about another gamer content. It's just like child brain. What do you mean, Tess? Yo, Winnie, what's up, man? Hola, chico, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido. Yo no hablo español, pero yo sé eso. The most valuable tradable thing, information. Yeah, everything that I know, it's in my guides. Maybe like, obviously, maybe like, I don't know if it, like everything, but you know, at least 90% it's out there. Oh, you German? Okay, I was gonna try to imitate German, but then I think it can be like, you know, xenophoby. So I'm gonna avoid to do that. You know, I don't know. The only thing I know how to say is Ich love bin or something like that. It's like I love you or the whatever. That's pretty much it. Danke, which I think is thank you. I mean, I did a few flights, and most of the times, every time I have an international flight, I have to go to Frankfurt or Munich. That's why. I'm so hyped for the droid. I hope they did not fuck it up. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think they will. Probably droid has been in the works for many years already. You Russian blood and Asians? Oh, that's such an interesting mix. Asian Russian blood. For me, I'm Brazilian with Portuguese. So my dad is Brazilian, and my mom, she's Portuguese. By the way, guys, did any of you here in the chat ever watch Sopranos? Like the TV show, the old TV show. I'm on season 2. Man, it's so good. So good. Don't spoil me. Don't spoil me. Okay. I don't want spoilers, but it's really good. You ever visit Brazilian a lot? No, I never been there. Never been there. So my dad came when he was like 12 years old or 11 or 10 years old. And even after that, he never went. So I have like this dream of one day, you know, on his birthday, maybe whenever he retires, he's, you know, I have this dream, okay? It's just like a dream that I have. That whenever he retires, maybe like in 4 or 5 years, I hope to be in a financial position to just buy him a ticket for him and my stepmom to me, my wife, and both of them. Maybe we can go to Brazil. And he can go and he can visit like the neighborhood where he was born, where he went to school, where was his old house and all these things. Because it's been like more than 50 years since he's been there. Buckle up, the show is about to take you on a wild ride. Man, that's what I hope. I remember watching many years ago, like The Wire. The Wire was, I also really like The Wire. It's such a good show, man. I'll probably like rewatch it with my wife because I watched like many years ago. Every time I watch, I crave for the Italian food. Oh, I know, right? I know that pasta, man. They are always eating the bolognese. When is the Mirror Jam? The Mirror Jewels is gonna be on the 8th, so it's gonna be in 2 days. And by the way, guys, if you guys have your Mirror Jewels and you want to come and stream it for the chat for everyone, all you need to do, you join the Discord, okay? And then you just join here the voice chat, you share your screen, and then later on we will be able to watch it here. And we can cheer for you, we can have a lot of fun. Last time we did that, there was like more than 10 people that shared. I feel like can be fun. So save your meter jewels pool for that occasion. On that day, I will be streaming. I'll be streaming my pool. I will also be streaming the viewers' pools, and it's gonna be fun. Brazil is awesome. Gotta watch out for those two guys on the motorcycle with the flip-flops. Oh yeah, like, in terms of crimes, I feel like it is definitely one of like the scariest places. But I feel like it's like anything, you know, like you gotta be lucky as well, right? So for example, I think I already told this story, but I lived for 1 year in Sicily, Palermo. So like Sicily is literally one, you know, mafia and all these things. But the city is pretty fine. You know, I didn't have any problem in the first month. And then the second month, I got like robbed like 3 times in a row. So like week after week after week. And then I got like very fucking scared. Like then most of like my time, I usually used to study on university. And but I stopped going out as much, man. Because I mean, if you get robbed, it's not a good experience, man. So then I played a lot of League of Legends. I watched a lot of One Piece. That's when I started to watch One Piece, by the way. I remember I went to LimeWire, which was like this torrent website. I don't even know if it still exists. And I downloaded like 800 episodes or 600 episodes of like One Piece. Is there still active mafia presence in Palermo? I mean, I don't. How do I know, right? But in the place that I was, there was definitely some shady moves. So there was like these. I was in a neighborhood very near the university. There was like a campus, a university campus. And my house was out like right outside of it, like in an apartments. And the apartments, like there was like a building next to mine, and there was like this car that like used to pass very slowly, like every week. And he will just open up the window, and a guy used to come out of the building and get like this gym bag. You know, you guys like know those gym bags that. It feels like probably or it's gonna be drugs or it's gonna be like a bunch of money. And he used to give like something to the guy. So he gave something to the guy, and then he used to get like, so every fucking week he was that. So I listen, I didn't fuck up with those things, but it really felt like there was something really shady happening in that neighborhood. So yeah. I'm sure it was Italian wine. Yeah. But still, I will say, like, you know, I feel like overall, I just got like a bad experience. Then for the remaining of the time, I actually didn't get any problem. But I used to always go out with pretty much just like €5 on my pocket, and I didn't even bring like the cell phone or whatever. So by the way, I'll tell you, I used to have this cell phone. So I went to Italy and I had a Nokia 66 yeah, it was this one. This was the Nokia I had when I went to Italy. Okay, this at the time was pretty nice. Okay, it was a pretty nice one. I got robbed. Okay, they robbed me this one, and then I had to buy a like, I don't even know, man. It was like a shitty one. I bought like a very shitty one, like €50 or something. Just will make calls, nothing else. And that's what it looked like. You know what a burner phone is? Yeah. For the remaining of the time that I was there, I was using a burner phone, pretty much. Plot twist, they wanted to recruit Indez. maybe, or I'll, yeah, no, maybe not. Maybe that'll be not a good idea. I was gonna say maybe I'll be better in life, but then I thought maybe I'll be in jail, right? So probably, you know, then I could not play Diablo Immortal in jail. That Nokia was so good. At the time, it was awesome. I worked during the summer to buy it. And then, like, I used to work in the summer, right? Like in the restaurants or something like that. And I bought like my bicycle with that. I bought my this phone. Then I got robbed. Then I bought like a watch. I wanted a watch, and that watch then got robbed in the beach. So I think I just realized that maybe I should not just buy things by myself, because usually they get robbed. So in reality, maybe chat, you guys should start buying for me. What do you guys think about that? Because your boy is very thank God, like the PC. Imagine like I bought this PC now, and then the PC gets robbed. That'll be insane. Where's the tier list? We're gonna do the tier list in a bit. I'm just like finishing here like some things. How many times I got robbed? Probably like 8 or 9 times. In multiple places though. Multiple places. Like the most serious ones was definitely like 3 times it was like, okay, you know, I left the bag there and then I went for whatever, and you know what like the watch was because like me and my friends, like we were 2 friends and we went to the water. We left our things, you know, on the towel. Whenever we reached the towel, you know, the things were still there, but then we started like whenever we were coming home after a few hours, then we started realizing that holy shit, like where is our things, right? So they stole like the money from the wallets, they stole my watch, they stole like my friend's like phone. Yo Gaugex, thank you so much for the prime, dude. Thank you so much. Joining here the Wall of Legends. Thank you, man. You're an easy target. Yeah, I live a lot like stress-free in a way. I don't think a lot about like the bad things can happen. I have a very positive outlook in life, but obviously with time and experience, and I became more aware, and I take more precaution. But still, I feel like if you are like, for example, I lived in India for 1 year and something, right? I went to India multiple times. I never had any issue, okay? And you could say that I could have problems with it, right? Because it's not like the safest place also in the world, especially Delhi. But I never had any problems, so that's why I'm saying like, I think like you also need to be lucky, or in this case, you gotta be unlucky. Because you can even be robbed even in the safest cities in the world, right? The city that I felt more safe, guys, it was in Switzerland, Zurich. I felt, guys, that I could literally put my phone, my tablet, and my MacBook, and I will come back in 3 years, and in 3 hours it'll be fine.
You pause the game and write playful face emoji.
all right. Yo, Happy Bear, thank you so much, buddy. Happy Bear joining the Wall of Legends. Thank you, buddy. Just want to pause the game. We need an annotation bar for that Nokia phone. Bring it back. Can you imagine that? I don't even know, like, the only thing I want next, it is like the standing desk, man, because like my neck is like fucking killing me these days. Maybe I'll put it eventually, but I just don't know. I feel awkward. Like I already felt awkward with the new PC, you know. And you guys helped me a fuck ton. Absolutely. If it was not for you, we'll not be playing on this PC. But look how smooth it is, and look how stress free we are right now. Like, you know, it's like after we deal like with that first week, which was like a shit show, everything has been like smooth sailing. And I'm way more like stress free. The other day we actually had like a small problem that the OBS crashed, but I think it was the OBS problem, it was not the PC. But definitely I need to fix like my chair and my desk, for sure, because I spend like so many hours, and like, for example, like in these days I finish streaming and I'm like I have to go for a walk, and there's like this small like park for kids. It's actually really funny, because they have like the things that you can like pretty much like hold yourself, you know, like a bar. I don't have any top bar here, but I just go there, like I go for a walk with my wife, and then we stop there. And the reason why I go for this walk is mainly so I can just like go there, stretch my spine, and I feel like my body is just fucking cracked all over the place. And just to relax me a bit, because it's definitely not like the most healthy lifestyle, absolutely. And like the thing about streaming is like, it's not like I can take a break for like 10 minutes and come back, right? If I take like, I mean, the other day I left the stream for 30 minutes, which was like, were you here, David? So I ended the stream, but I forgot to end the stream on the stream. And I was receiving a lot of notifications on Discord, and people were spamming like, "Oh, you're live, you're live, you're live, you're live, you're live," and I was like, "Bro!" And this was like after 30 minutes of me ending the stream, right? And it was just like like there was no lights, there was nothing, and we still had fucking 60 viewers. Then I think it went a bit down, but it's like, and I made like $4, man. That was crazy. Made more money on a black screen. It was so funny. It was I came, and then like after a while we ended up the stream, but it was so fucking funny. You guys were like, oh, what if he comes butt naked? What if he, bro? If I came butt naked, will be. It will actually be super funny, you know. Imagine like I'm like, yo boys, I am, you know, finally I'm full-time doing content creation and all these things, and like next day I get banned for coming on the stream like butt naked. It was funny indeed. You'll get donations like crazy. I got like $4, man. It was absolutely crazy. Making money while sleeping is goated activity. I mean, like, in a way you make like on YouTube because of like AdSense, but I know what he's saying. Like, I am planning, okay, don't tell anyone, okay? Like, this is just like for you guys and me, okay? But I kind of low-key want to make like a 24-hour stream in the future. I'm not gonna say when, but I feel like it'll be fun. It could be fun to do something like that. Obviously, I'm gonna fucking sleep. There's no fucking way I'm gonna stay up. I don't think I can stay up 44. I'm an old man. You know what I'm saying? Probably I'll sleep for like 4 or 5 hours. But that could be fun. I feel like that could be fun content. Buy a Red Bull a lot. A Red Bull makes me anxious. That's like the only thing about it. But I feel like we need to build up like just a tiny more like the community, like a bit higher. You need some kind of goal for that stream, though. Yeah, absolutely. Like, obviously, it is a massive project. We need like to do a lot of things. We need to have multiple segments, and I have an idea when I want to make it. I'm just not gonna say. I just gonna say, boys. Things have been like extremely nice. I've been enjoying like these past 2 weeks. I mean, we've been having some nuclear fucking content. Absolutely, nuclear content. Yesterday's stream, I actually texted Echo and I told him, bro, thank you so much for making my life easy. Because like he literally came out like with the interview for Echo, and then he came on my stream and he chilled, which was awesome. When does the druid drops? Probably in July. That's my guess. I think July. You hit up the whole DI community with a single stream. Yeah, that was that was something, huh? It was your fault, man. It got me in trouble. But it was, I will still say that I think it was edgy content, absolutely. But I think it was fine. You know? Whales follow you through the dungeon last night, letting me have the top DPS. I feel like a whale without wings. Why would they follow you? I mean, like, I feel like it's if everyone is out putting damage in dungeons, like dungeons they just finish quicker, right? Charity stream, man. I'll be honest, Andre. I hope that we get in the future to that place, but right now, like, fully transparent, man. I am the charity right now. Okay, so yeah, I still need it. One day, hopefully, I'm gonna be in a place that we can do more of that. Just for now, even if I have good intent, it's just like it's just like not the best idea. So in the past, I used to do like some charity work, you know. So I used to design like websites and logos and like brands for like you know, associations and all these things. I used to take like one project per year. It was nice. It was a way to give back. I also did like volunteer. For example, I for foreigners that used to come here, I used to, you know, like be like a tourist guide in a way. So I like it. I like to give back. It's nice. It's nice. And also I feel like certain things, I feel like they have more impact whenever there is like more people, right? Yo, Sarah, what's up, man? Love your content. I've been playing a bit for the over 5 months. Your videos helped me a lot to learn. No, I'm happy, man. I'm happy for that. I'll be having, above all, I hope you're having fun. Jesus Christ, guys. All right, last bounties, man. Last bounties, finally. Holy moly. Yo, Galgex coming up with the 5 gifted subs on freaking Twitch and starting the hype train. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you for charity. Yeah. Okay. I see what he did right there. Yeah, thank you for charity, guys. Yeah, for charity. Thank you so much, guys. Indez's stories guide. Here, when I got robbed in this place, I also got robbed. Yeah, gladly, I never got robbed in my hometown. Okay, I'm knocking on the hood, man, because you never know. Times change, you know. You just hit 50k. That's a lot, man. Yo, Ken, what's up? Do not forget to take your 34%. No, I never do. I always take my commission, boys. League of Legends will get you to creator goals. The build guides and the college will be up. I'm not that good at. I mean, I was Diamond 1 at like the higher tier to Diamond, but I never. I feel like I never like reached to the top. It was very toxic. Then I got banned and I stopped playing the game. I think I was decent and I got like Diamond in like 6 months or something. But that game, it brought like the worst out of me, man. I still think it is a good game. It's just like too addicting. No, not like other games are not addicting, but you know, the rage was insane. Also, I was younger. I was probably what? So I played League whenever I was transitioning jobs. So I was around, yeah, I was around like 23 or 24 or something like that. So it was a while back. It was like in season 3 or 4 of League. Whenever like Lee Sin, you guys know Lee Sin was fucking OP. My Lee Sin was so fucking nasty, man. I could do like the insect flawlessly. I knew how to do the ward hop. Also Rek'Sai, Olaf. I knew how to play it very well. I was top in jungle mainly. But I feel like if you wanna ever like coach someone in anything, you gotta have like such a deep knowledge of like things. Even with the monetization, this is a great game. Yeah, I agree with you, Zero. The only thing that really messed up with the game was the aggressive monetization, because like the base game is actually good. Otherwise, we'll not be here playing it for sure. What do you mean the 100k faxes? Oh, let's go to... Oh, okay, I got it. I didn't read the context. Combat rating. I like it way more than Diablo 4, and I quit WoW. And I quit WoW like many years ago, in after Wrath of the Lich King, whenever Cataclysm came. But I also quit playing Diablo 4 to play this. I feel like these... I mean, we already spoke about this multiple times, but, you know, just the fact that I found out a community here, even out, like, I'm not talking about, like, community as a content creator, as a YouTuber. I'm talking about, like, you know, people that you play with. It was something that, you know, brought me back to the MMO era and times whenever, like, I used to play with people in World of Warcraft, and that's why I stayed. I never played WoW. Yeah, probably if you didn't play WoW back in the day, I will also not advise you to play it right now. I don't think like the game is in a good state. Yo, Anton said, dude, back in the day, jungler had to pay attention. Remember when you got the Drake and you type in the chat the time, and yeah, absolutely. Of course I know that. It was really fun. So I need to place these. Okay. Finally, we're done with this. So this is the problem, like if you forget your bounties and you let them stack so much, it will take you a very long time to do it. Okay. New Barb build. Right now I have a build with the Whirlwind that does very well in the dungeons. It is a small improvement from the rest. From what we have here. But if it is like something like game breaking and game changing, not. No, it's not. I'll be lying if I said so. I just thought I just thought of a stream to watch you suffer. Full stream of pet action with all your contracts saved. Donations for migraine medicine. What the fuck? So you want me to pull for all my familiar contracts? At this stage, I think I'm very attached, man. Like, look at this. 209 here, and then I have like 130. So I have like 339 familiar contracts. I remember when I said that, okay, I'm gonna save up 100. And whenever I hit 100, I'm gonna pull them on the stream. And then nothing came. There is no new pets. There is nothing, guys. There's absolutely nothing. There's no reason for me to pull for this. So now, months after, we have like 300.
The ancients grant me
So probably, I mean, maybe I have like some plat over there for sure. League of Legends Wild Rift was good, and then you saw Diablo Immortal and develop a mental disorder. Yeah, I can see that. True. So some people, I think Crane also plays Wild Rift. I'm pretty sure he told me. So I think he stopped playing Diablo Immortal to play Wild Rifts. But I feel like if I'm gonna play Wild Rifts, why would I not play League of Legends? You know? I mean, one is on a mobile, the other one is on PC, but you know what I mean.
your life is already forfeit.
Imagine you get a Savior one. Oh, if I get a Savior one, probably I could sell it for a high price, right? Oh, look, another familiar contract. Nice. Look, boom, another one. 340 contracts now. So we're doing well. I'm just waiting for like the change, because you guys remember there were multiple patch notes that they said that we are working on a new pet system, blah blah blah, and I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for it. I'm just waiting for it. Oh wait, I gotta leave so I can join Corvus. Okay, we're gonna have to do Corvus, guys. Let me see if they started. Did they started? No, I lost the raid. Oh, I am so stupid, guys. I left the raid. Raid is full. No. Oh, wait. Can I go in? Okay, enter. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. We got the raid. Whew. I thought I was gonna lose it. We gonna draw 500. So, okay, at this stage, I just want to draw whenever there is a reason to do it, you know? That's pretty much it. Right now, there is absolutely no reason for me to do it, in my opinion. But my account probably is sitting on maybe, okay, so this one, it is like 30k. This one is like 25k. So 50k plat there. Then, I mean, we have here to do some pulls. Then we have this one. So how much like plat is this? Probably like 30k, right? Just from these. Maybe like 20. Okay, let's be optimal. Like, okay, 20k, right? Then we have what else we have like, that we can sell? We have a lot of like this one. I don't know how much value is this, right? It can be 0 or it can be, you know, it can be 0 or it can be like millions. Will you build the new 5-star? I will have to see how much it is the stats for rank 4. Personally, I think I will, because you get 1 for free and then I just need to get like 2 or 3 copies. And I think I have the plat, right? I have like 70k plat, so I can buy 1 or 2 copies. Then I hope that I'm gonna win the 50-50, because I'm gonna have around like 100 legendary gems by the time. So, but is it gonna be worth it for the free-to-play player? We'll have to see. Like, I was planning to do a video about like the new gem, the rumors, the leaks, because I have here, guys, my calculations are all here. Where are they? It's all here. Like, this is all the calculations we made. So speculation at rank 4, you know, like you get like 8% damage, 24% critical. Like we need to see if this critical hit damage is gonna stack with what you already have, or if it's gonna add on. So if it can go beyond the cap, it's actually good. But if not, I don't know. The crit, these I feel like this is the highest value here. This here, these, the bleed, these, and the damage. The critical hit damage, it is kind of cringe though. It is kind of cringe. It's not a stat that I like to have on the legendary gem, because it will make me actually go. I made here the calculations once again. It'll make me have to go to that the new cap is gonna be like around like 70%. So you're gonna build up your character to 70% critical hit damage, and then you probably get the other 30% damage to apply on like damage, loss of control, skill damage, primary attack, you know, attack speed. Remember to update the streamer client for the mirrored. Oh, Anton, you know what? There is someone there is someone on YouTube comments. If you read YouTube comments, pay attention to this. There is a person called Rebecca and like some numbers, I don't know for sure. And man, in every video of every content creator, she's talking about like how me as a streamer, I have more benefits because I use the streamer client. So she wishes she will have also the streamer client because I have more odds of getting 5 stars and good gear than her. Her or him, I don't even know. But it is so funny because how... And I'm sure he's not the only person that believes on the streamer client and on the meme. But then like there was a guy that said this, oh, but that doesn't exist. And then she said this, oh no, it exists because I saw Indez talking about it multiple times on the stream. And I'm like, yeah, dude, yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, man. She bought it. And then I actually, you know, I'm sympathetic because, you know, that's, and I went and I said, listen, it is just a community meme. I don't know if she answered to it, but I said, listen, this is just a community meme. We say it's the streamer client just for the memes, but it is not true, okay? So it is so funny. It is so funny. There was another one. What was he said? Oh, there was another one that he said, oh, I really don't like how cocky Indez is. He even said on the stream that he is the Cristiano Ronaldo of Diablo Immortal. And it's funny because, like, again, you know, you hear these things and you take it like and you don't understand. I say that because I'm Portuguese, you know, so it's like, it's so fun, man. Like, YouTube comments, it is so funny to read, man, especially like the hate comments and like whatever is the comments, they are so funny to me, man. It's really, really funny. And you cannot do anything about it, you know? You absolutely cannot do anything about it. If that was the case, you will have 3k wings. Oh, like, I mean, obviously, I need to have some luck from time to time. Like, most of my account is pretty unlucky. The best roll I had was the one that we got the rolling consequence during the mirror jewels. That was the best one. You're the opposite of cocky. I mean, like, sometimes it's like this. If you know me and you've been here on the stream, it takes a while for you to understand my humor, right? And to understand, like, I tend to be sarcastic. I tend to, you know, when I'm doing PvP, I'm like, don't mess up with the king, you know? I am the barbarian king, or I am these. Like, obviously, I'm just like, I'm just like being entertainer, and but that's fine, man. That's fine. Obviously, I am the best Diablo Immortal content creator on the planet. Absolutely, you know. Like, you know it. Everybody knows it, boys. You know, and you say these things, and then people hear, and yeah, my humble streamer, right? My humble streamer. So imagine now, someone goes and they clip these out of context, and they're gonna show like to other content creators, and they're gonna start drama, you know. So that's how the internet works, which is fine for me, man. It's fine. I never say no to a little fight or a little, you know, a little jab. It's completely fine. Azo is the best example of a streamer client then. Like, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure, like, okay, I'm not gonna say. It's not a, maybe one day Azo will say. It's not up to me to say a few things. Wasn't the Colossus the best? What do you mean, Colossus the best? Oh man, the Colossus is fucking awesome, man. Colossus for me, it is it is so fun to play with it, man. How can you not like to be this fucking big, man? Look how massive I am. Look at this. Look at this. How can you not enjoy this gem? You got two Colossus. Oh, but those two Colossus, that was on my alt, man. It was on the alt. It was not here. It was not here. It was on the alt character. I wish it was here. I didn't get any Colossus though. I had to buy them. That's how politics works. They grab your words, cut it down, or insult in the opposite meaning. Yeah, of course, man. But like, what are you gonna do? Like, if you are in the public eye, that's how it is. But then, you know, like, then people hear what I'm saying now, and there's like, they are, oh, you know what? Look at Indez. He's trying to act like a victim. And so either way, I just realized there is no win. You will never win. Because if you say A, they're gonna say B, and if you say B, they're gonna say that you're acting like, you know what I'm saying? So you will never win. And I just realized this, and it's like literally the best thing for any creator or anyone that wants to be like in the public, you know, realm. Some people, you're just not gonna change their mind, you know, and that's like very simple. Like, they made up their mind about you or about like whatever. And by the way, look how cute is this, guys. Look how I was playing the game. Look how cute this is. Do you guys see what I see? Do you guys see a happy face? So this is how you know I'm fucking autistic, right? I am streaming, I'm speaking about something, and like, look at like what I was. It is like literally a face. A happy face. Oh, dude. Yo, Rate, what's up? You took Diablo Immortal Indez for 3 reigns or so, and I just started playing again. Did they break Necro over the past months? No, Necro is completely fine, man. Necro is like one of the best classes still. It's pretty good.
An ally in the fight against the
looks like a muffin. Yeah, for me, I saw a face. But as I was saying, you know, very early while creating content, I just understood, like, some people are gonna watch your content for like 2 minutes. They're gonna make up their mind. Doesn't matter how many, like, they're not gonna change. They think you're cool, or they think you're a fucking asshole, or they think that you are this or that. So don't even think about it. Don't sweat about it. Don't think about it. And the reality is, after I log out from the stream, obviously I think about my channel, I think about it, but man, I am gonna disconnect. I'm gonna enjoy my family. I'm gonna have some fun. Probably I just realized it's already 7:15, guys. So probably we're gonna have to make the tier list tomorrow. Because I'm gonna watch with my family Portugal versus Germany. It's starting today. So I'll be leaving like in 15 minutes though. Let me remove the tier list. And I'm so sorry, guys, if you guys were here waiting for the class tier list. Tomorrow, I promise, I will be doing the tier list first thing, okay? If not first thing, second thing. Unfortunately, it's a lot harder to farm the gem you want outside of the new gems event. Yeah, that's true. That's why, but they make the banner in that way, so all the whales, they just spam all those crests during that time, right? Hopefully in the next days I'm gonna be slightly more free, and we're gonna be able to catch up like on all the pending things. I also didn't do PvP. Like time just flew by, man. I probably need like 3 more hours of stream today. You know? That's what I need. So, what's the best advice you could give to a mid-game player trying to reach to the end games they should focus on mainly? Focus on leveling up. Focus on starting transition to do the weekly stuff. So I have a video about like the weekly and the daily routine. Try to hit all those things. Try to do them every week. Because that's gonna be max your progression. Also, if you do all those things, you're actually gonna be able to progress a lot faster. And then you should focus on trying to ranking up like your gear. This thing is gonna make you way more powerful because you're gonna be unlocking all these Reforge bonus, and this is like a huge dictator to increase your damage in the late game.
Follow my lead.
You hope your luck gets better and I can get a 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5 is such a low odds, man. It's such a low odds. I feel like it will be extremely hard to get one. I don't expect ever get a 5 out of 5, and I really believe from the bottom of my heart that if I get a 5 out of 5, it is gonna be absolutely trash. What is the best gem you found? It was a 3 out of 5 rolling consequence. No, I'm lying. It was not 3 out of 5 rolling consequence. I bought it. But a 3 out of 5s, it was the best. I never found a 4 out of 4, a 4 out of 5, or a 5 out of 5. The best was a 3. Five out of 5 is usually the crappy gems. No, I don't think so. I think it's absolutely random. I don't think it works that way. But my best pull was six 5 stars in one pull. 6 5 stars during the middle jewels, of course. Like we got a triple, and then we got double. So that was pretty epic though. A 5 out of 5 echoing shit. Yeah. I feel like if you get a 5 out of 5 and that's like the worst part of like having so many gems, right? So if you pull outside of the banner, I feel like that's a really bad idea because you don't want to be spending your legendary crest and have the chance of having like a gem that you absolutely do not want. It feels like a very bad idea though. You got the 5 out of 5 Queen Shade and consumed it out of the rage a long time ago. I mean, the only use that it can be is like for PvE. But I feel like nowadays you have like so much better gems, man. Absolutely, you have like much better gems nowadays. There's no reason to build it up. Glad you didn't have my car trouble. I just paid it off. She'll get the title in the mail in a couple of months. Had trouble, took it in, and the transmission had to be replaced. You're talking about the car because my car got fucked recently? Is that why? Or did you bought like a new card and it came with the transmission fucked? That's actually very unlucky though. For me, I recently like the car that I had, I bought it to my uncle, to my grandpa. And on his hands, it got fucked. I had to fix it, and now I borrowed it again. So hopefully this time it's not gonna get fucked. Let's see. You just got the call from the mechanic. Bro, like, those things feel so bad. Because, you know, whenever you get the call from the mechanic, you know, like, okay, well, I'm ready. My butt cheeks are ready, boy. Mine, like, for me, it was like minus 1k. Like, I was fucking annoying, bro. Like, I could, with that money, guys, we could have bought the standing desk, you know? That's so sad, but it is what it is. It might as well bend over and spread when the mechanic calls. Yeah, absolutely. The trouble, I mean, like, but what, like, what are you gonna do? You know, even if it's like 1k, the repair cost. The card, obviously, I mean, is better, is more valuable than that. But there you have two solutions. Or you don't repair it and you don't have a card. Or if you want to buy a new one, or the used one, is going to be way more than 1k, right? So, it's like you have almost no choice. You got to fix the card. You know? Oh, and by the way, guys, can someone send a witch to my house? Or, because, man, I don't know if it was because of what we did like a few days, but you know what he got fucked today? You know what he got fucked today, guys? And I'm not even lying.
Bolan super chatted €5. Drop a like and subscribe.
Thank you so much, Bolan. Thank you so much for the 5. I went to take my wife to the gym. When I came back, I opened the garage door. I saw a bunch of water coming out of the garage. And I'm like, oh fuck, bro. What it is? The washing machine. So, the machine that you wash your clothes, right? It's fucking spilling up water. I went there. I put it back. So, I don't know what the fuck is happening. Everything around my life is breaking. First it was the PC. Then it was the car. Now is the washing machine. What is gonna be next? Oh, the keyboard almost got fucked, right? I don't know. I feel like this is actually some... I already said the other day, I feel like we definitely need to ask Abo to send me this shit, the third eye from Turkey or whatever. Like, I need these. I need to buy these, guys. These like from you know, if you get these, you get like better luck, right? So I will buy these and I'm gonna put it there. Instead of like the Crimson Behelit, I'm gonna put it right there. So it's gonna send like some good fucking vibes. And in general, I am not like a really like a... I tend to always stay positive, but some things are just freaking weird. It's like one after the other, after the other, after the other. Yo, Elder, what's up? By the way, thank you so much, Bolan. I think you're still not here. No, you were here? Oh, you were there. Thank you so much, Bolan.
My enemies fall before me.
Joining here, the Wall of Legend, board. Yeah, we got the juju, man. We got some bad juju going on. You got 16 legendaries and 11 internals. Better run 10 internals. Yes. I mean, the only difference that exists is that the internals will give you unbounded, so you can sell if you get something that you don't want. And the orange ones will give you the bound to your account. You got a 5 out of 5 build from one crest on your alt. Yeah, that's also another thing that pisses me off. It is like the alts always gets the best luck. My alt also got 2 Colossus and what was the other gem? We also got another gem, another 5-star. No, it was just 2 Colossus. Yo, Michael, what's up? I use white sage at the home when things get like that. It's called smudging. Remember to do it to yourself and to the missus too. Good luck. What let me read. Let me see. What are we talking about? Smudging. You know what? Guys, we should do this on the stream. We should absolutely bless the stream, okay? I'm gonna do the... Listen. By the way, this looks like a fucking massive marijuana. You know? Like a massive blunt. Do you smoke these? Do you smoke this shit? Or you just like... you just put it around? No, by the way, I'm joking. I know you don't smoke these, okay? Yeah, I think we need this. Absolutely. And so, by the way, guys, there is this match is happening. So Portugal and Germany. So for those that don't know, I am Portuguese. Is my national team. So the game is gonna be in 30 minutes. I still have to go like to my grandpa's house. We're gonna watch it as a family. Let me see. Oh, Ronaldo is playing. Pedro Neto, Trincão. Holy shit! What the fuck is this team? Are you serious? What, bro? The coach of Portugal it's so bad. I am so glad that he's gonna get removed. So I feel like he's doing this on purpose. He absolutely just wants to tank the team. Anyways, what a trash fucking, like, how can they not use Vitinha from PSG? Oh well, it is what it is, boys. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Now I have to go. I'm gonna watch like this with my family. If you are not from Portugal, support Portugal. If you support your boy Indez, like, from being here, I want to see some good positive vibes. Hopefully tomorrow I'm not gonna be crying. But hey, above all, thanks so much for the time. Thank you so much also to Bolon, Gouge, Happy Bear, and who else? We had Vulcan as well. And yeah, thank you guys so much for the legendary support, for the gifted subs, the subs, and also the donations. You guys are the legends that keep carrying this channel. And with this, thank you for watching, and I catch you guys tomorrow. We're gonna do the tier list tomorrow. Cheers!